Hey now. Hey now, we are live. Hey now. Welcome to another stream, and we're going to be doing the List Critics Remastered podcast in just a bit. I have Jesse and Elise with me. That was their cue to say something.
Hey.
Hey, I wonder if I'll step on your line again.
You kind of stepped on each other's lines. And, well, I'm about to post in all the Discords. I'm not going to post in yours, Elise, because I figure you got
post
that. And I never really post in yours, Jesse, but I saw that you had invited people over.
Nobody ever posts in mine.
No.
Well, you know, sometimes I see it lighting up.
Yeah, it's mostly quiet, but
Yeah.
as long as the people are there, that's what really matters.
Yeah, they come to your streams.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw you'd been streaming a little bit more regular. I wanted to try that Zelda 2 PC port. It looked good.
Oh my god, I'm just fanboying all over the thing.
Does it feel like Zelda 2 though, or did they try to like change up the formula?
No, it just feels like Zelda 2, but more.
Hey, Ted,
That's
how's it
pretty much
going?
it.
And just to let you guys know, make sure you have Twitch up for the chat room and everything, so you could see what people are saying to you. We see
Done and done.
Ted's there, and you can see that Ted has that lovely Founders badge because I found out that you can free up Founders badges.
Really?
Yes, I did. I previously had looked into it and found out that you couldn't, but they must have changed something because I came across a Reddit thread that talked about how to do it, and basically you can rescind a Founders badge from anybody that is not currently subscribed.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
So I went in there, and there were a few people that, you know, I just don't deal with anymore for one reason or another. You know, like, to be honest, like Tanya had a Founders badge.
Ooh.
You know, Noun had a Founders badge. And there were a few people in there that certainly didn't do anything wrong, but they haven't been around in a long time, and I didn't recognize the names. They just, you know, random 1 month subscribes from way back in the day. And I freed them up.
Come and go.
Yeah, so like Ted got, and it gives it to the next one available. So, you know, so Ted has one now, EB has one now, Gray has one, you know, Ross has one. So the people that have been there, Flower I think Flower might be my longest subscribe actually. But people that have been there, you know, from the beginning have the Founders badge.
The ride or diehards.
Poke around at mine.
Unfortunately, you cannot make a custom Founders badge, which is a shame. That's
Oh,
one
that
thing,
would have been
yeah.
fun.
Because the one thing is it does override the normal sub badge, which is, you know, like Gunny's face. And now it's just the Founders badge. But, you know, it is still an honor to have it, I think.
Ew, Dave was one of mine. Ew.
Oh. Dave's not here, man.
Goodbye.
Dave's not here. Have you heard from him at all since that whole...
I see him on Facebook, but I don't really engage.
That's probably smart. Jesse's just like, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
It's for the better.
Yeah.
It's for
Yeah,
the
it
better.
probably is, you know?
He was just this guy on Elise's Discord that was just like mad annoying, and every conversation he made it about him and his victim complex, and just sort of dragging everybody else down, you know?
Just bringing it all down,
Yeah.
man.
So,
Yeah.
and Elise being the kind-hearted person that she is, didn't want to just tell him to get the fuck out, you know? So,
Especially because, like, I know him IRL.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, even dicier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Elise is just like, if you find an excuse to get into it with him, and I'm like, well, look, I'm not one to bully people out of a Discord server, but he started some shit with me about Dragon Quest.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah, he did some dumb shit.
And then he started some shit with me about The Hobbit.
Oh, you.
And I was
the
just
Tolkien
like,
expert.
excuse
Even
me, this
worse.
much?
Yeah, even worse.
I want
When,
to know what
when
was.
that popped up,
Sorry.
I'm like, oh,
You
this
were
is
hoping
happening.
you were hoping that I would see it, right?
I was. If you didn't see it, I was going to send it to you.
I'm pretty sure that EB sent it to me.
I'm
Bless
just curious.
him.
What was the Dragon Quest beef?
2 is an impossible game and can't be beat. That he was saying. And
I
hey,
mean-
Alice, and I was like, well, it's, you know, maybe you should try the remakes because, yeah, the NES game is very challenging, but they've made it quite a lot easier. And
There's ways to approach this game.
Yeah, and he's
Yeah.
just. But then I found out he was playing the Switch game, and which is like the easiest version, and he's just going. And it's like it's one thing to
Skill
just
issue.
Say, well, yeah, it's one thing to just say, well, it's just too difficult, so I don't play it. That's a completely acceptable thing. But he was
for me, and I don't.
Yeah,
You know,
he
I
was
don't
like,
want to invest the time to get good. So.
But he's like raging at the game and being like, they need to put out a version that's like playable, and I'm just like, and I was just finishing up my Let's Play,
exactly, Alice.
Yeah, that day, exactly. I was just finishing up my Let's Play of Dragon Quest II, So
maybe he needs a Dragon Quest II easy type.
Time.
Yeah, so I just posted something about it, like, oh man, I just finished Dragon Quest II, and the Switch version's so good. I love how easy they made it. you know, because I played the NES version, I've played the mobile version, I've played the Super Nintendo version, I've played the Switch version, and I've played the Game Boy version.
Oh yeah, Dragon Quest 1 and 2.
You've played this game a couple times.
Yeah, a few times, exactly. So
owned.
If there's a Dragon Quest game I've played, the only one that I've not played multiple versions of is 6. I have not played the Super Famicom version of 6, but I'm going to at some point.
Have you played the Monsters ones?
Not yet, no. But I'm excited to do that. But do you know what Alice got me a copy of for Steam is Dragon Quest Builders, which I had streamed the Switch version up until about 75% through the game, where the emulation kind of crapped out. And I was like, well, we could wait till, they update Yuzu a few times, and maybe I'll be able to get past this point without the entire screen turning bright blue. But then the Steam version came out, so I'm like, well, that one I know is not going to crap out on me,
Yeah.
But and I have Builders too, but I wanted to play the original, So sue me.
Sense.
I have exciting news for you guys regarding the List Critics Remastered.
Oh.
We're going to be starting with Tumblr.
Getting deep?
Well, they're not calling it that, but they have started releasing Tumblr content again, and they've been doing it fairly regularly, so I don't think it's going away. But we're going to start with a big one. It's like 50 of them, just to make up for lost time, And do any of you guys have any lists that you'd want to submit or not? It's okay if it's a no, because I got plenty.
I don't think I have any this time around.
Okay.
Well, dang, I should come up with a list for next time.
Yeah. I mean, hey, last time I came up with a list, I don't know, you were sick and you were listening on your phone, but did you get to hear the list that I had done, Jesse?
I fell asleep because I was dead.
I kind of figured you fell asleep pretty early into it. I did my game of the year for like every year that I've been alive.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It was a good one. I gotta say, it was a very good one.
I was very glad to have Elise as the co-host because for 2016 I chose Pokemon Go, and I know a lot of people would not understand why. But
you gotta Pokemon Go to the polls.
Oh my God. I swear, out of all the reasons that she lost the election, that is one of them. That was a dumb thing for her to say.
I'm a Pokemon Go to sleep.
But anyway, guys, let's get started. We are starting a little earlier than average because Elise is going to have to dug out early anyway. So let's get this going. I'm going to turn off my lo-fi beats here, and we're going to come on over. We're not going to play the intro, but we're going to come on over to here. Welcome to the List Critics Remastered, guys, and I have, as always, with me Jesse Armageddon Time.
Hey.
I don't know what that was, but there you go. And I have Elise Explosion with me.
Howdy, folks.
What is going on with you two?
Listen, it's your voice day, okay?
Like Jesse turned into like Pee Wee Herman for a second, and then Elise turned into like Mr. Hanky or something. Howdy!
You can't hold me accountable for anything today. It's not a real day.
Well, it is. Yeah, it is.
Feels pretty real to me, man.
It's the opposite of Groundhog Day. Okay, so we're gonna start with a Tumblr thing. That's just amazing. They've been posting a bunch of them, but Alice with the watch rig, why would she be a cowboy? That moment lives,
that's what I thought.
That moment lives rent free in my head. The why would she be a cowboy? That was amazing. Where is it? Here it is. No, that's not it either. I will find it. Here it is. 50 funniest Tumblr posts that made us cackle this month from February of 2024. Okay, so for the first one, Nihilism says, ball pit, but it's just these. And it's like those blue glass beads that go in an aquarium.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
yeah. And then Never Forget Viva La Pluto says, I dive in head first, cutting through like butter. I am never seen again. And then Slutty Mortician says, I guess sings, round blue stones, take me home to the pit where I belong.
That's a good one.
That is a good one. Number 2, Soonflowers posts a picture of what looks like a painting of this guy who looks like he's selling bagels, and they're draped off of the spines of a dinosaur.
Oh.
I don't know what's going on. And it says, crying because I'll never be able to buy giant bagels off of a Kentrosaurus. To live the dream, right?
I mean, if you're going to, hang bagels off of any dinosaur.
If this is what Jurassic Park did instead of like the T-Rex and Velociraptor shit, bring this Bagelsaurus Rex,
I'll take a Bagelsaurus Rex.
Absolutely.
Get a nice schmear going.
I'm so glad you said. You see, my mom's been making bagels lately. I don't know if you saw the pictures I posted, but we've been having nice, really good home fresh bagels, even everything bagels and everything, right?
Oh,
and
yeah.
we got some cream cheese, and my mother's like, I have to buy cream cheese and make sure that I don't get that schmear. That's disgusting. It's way too much cream cheese. And I'm like, that is the proper amount of cream cheese, a schmear.
The only kind of cream cheese you should have is too much.
Exactly.
Because it never is too much.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I put some chives on that, Number 3, the Lasagna Manifesto says, gonna start random discourse now. Living in a 2-story house is elitist. Moving to a foreign country is cultural appropriation, and stop saying something is easy. You're a slut-shaming the task.
Damn.
And then Cryptid Sliding says, OP, I know this is a joke, but just remember that if you go knocking on enough doors asking to see the devil, eventually he may answer.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'd go for some
I like
locks.
that.
Yeah. Number 4 posts this picture of a plain slice of white bread with a plain slice of what looks like one of those individually wrapped cheese slices.
Okay.
And that's it. It's not even melted or nothing. And it says,
Okay, just cheese and bread.
yeah, just whipped up a gourmet dinner. Osteoporosis. And then Raw or Not says, this Bon Appetit meme has turned into some sort of bizarre telephone game where each incarnation sounds more and more different than the original. In what way does Bon Appetit sound like osteoporosis? And then Lady Dainty says, I don't know, but it's cracking me up every time I even think about it. I think
Bone
I'm playing.
apple tea.
Gross.
Bone ape tit.
Bone ap the teeth.
Bone ape tit.
Aped it.
Number 5, Kaiju Erotica. Let's just pause to appreciate that.
Could use your name.
Yeah. Me and my brother explains how ADHD affects us. Our parents. That's not ADHD. That's normal. Me and my brother. It just shows like a dog giving the side eye. The call is
Stares
coming
into the
from
camera like
inside.
you're on The Office.
Yeah.
No.
The call is coming from inside the house. Number 5, Cap and Soapy says, fun fact, if your breasts are somewhere between 36C and 36D, then they weigh about the same as your brain. If you're above a D cup, you've probably got more boob than brain. And then Maggie Carp 2 says, don't I know it?
Nice.
Resemble that remark.
Release is like, hey, I'm a
I'm
scientist.
thinking about that. I'm like, oh, fuck.
You're like, hey, I'm a scientist. All right, number 7, I Am Not Lanuk says, my old person trait is that I think a website should work in a web browser and not try to open an app. Professor's Pet says, my old person trait is I think video games should work without needing access to the internet. The Pariah Continuum says, my old person trait is that when I purchase a product that it should be complete and functional, and also that I should actually own it. And Bree Landwalker says, my old person trait is that I think I should be able to talk to an actual person in order to resolve issues with my bills without waiting on hold for 30 plus minutes. I agree with all these, though.
I agree. My old
Absolutely.
person trait is that I want to poke a fucking button. No more touch screens. Give me a button.
I actually like the touch screens.
I do like touchscreens, but I also really like clicky buttons.
You know, I don't like
There's-
touch screens
there's
while
room for both.
driving.
Well, that I understand.
Like, get them off of my car. I just want to, like, turn a knob.
Yeah.
Knob.
Number 8, Knight's sister Marin says, the assassin you sent after me is part of my found family now. And Aiko shows a picture from Shrek with Puss in Boots. Frog Whisperer shows the relevant picture from Ice Age with the saber cat. And the Trash Chronicles shows, well, I don't know, it's something from Lilo and Stitch. I've never seen that movie. And Among Us Fungus shows something from Avatar The Last Airbender. So that's a trope that has happened many times.
Okay.
Number 9, Balaclava Trismegistus says, well, shares an article. Prisoners could serve 1,000-year sentences in 8.5 hours in the future. There are a number of psychoactive drugs that distort people's sense of time. We've seen this one before. So you could imagine developing a pill or liquid that made someone feel like they were serving a 1,000-year sentence, she said. And then the reply, if I drove a bulldozer through an Apple store and the cops just shoved me in a closet and pumped me full of DMT for 8 hours, I'd literally just do it again the second they let me out. And I'm going to point out what I pointed out last time we came across this one. Isn't this the plot of the movie Dread?
Oh, I haven't seen the newer one.
It kind of is.
Yeah, it's well, it involves a drug that warps your perception of time, so.
Also, for the weebs in the room, it does kind of remind me of the training chamber in Dragon Ball Z, where you go in for like a day, but it makes you feel like you're training for a year.
See, I don't know anything about Dragon Ball Z, but I just think
you can increase
for the weebs in the room.
Yeah, I just think of, well, that's the first Superman movie then. Number 10, Junk Craddy said there were no cases of autism before 1930. Yeah, Mount Everest wasn't discovered till 1856, but I'm sure the fucking mountain still existed.
Bam, got him.
Got him.
Drax.
Number 11, writing prompts. Here's a writing prompt. One day you're walking along when you fall into a hole. You realize the horror that this is the writing prompts database. To escape, you have to live through every single prompt on this page.
Oh, no.
And then Vorodtras says, this ain't a prompt, it's a full-fledged horror story. Je suis Hatalia says, I'd rather die, to be honest. Dumble Davis Jr. says, good news for you, amigo. You'll die many times before you live out every prompt. Phoenix Air says, I feel like this could be fun, though. And then writing prompts replies with, oh boy, you're in for a wild ride if we include all the submissions that are still in my inbox. Want to have sex with a doctor in a room full of talking bananas that are trying to lunge at your ass?
I could write it.
And then Chloromantis writes, okay, normally I like the prompts on this page, but what the fuck is this? And then writing prompt says, I have been protecting you, amigos, since the beginning of this blog. Do you have any idea what it's like for me? I seriously fear my inbox.
Oh, God. I can only imagine the submissions they get.
I could, yeah.
Like, some of the shit that they actually get posted. Woo.
And then you could only imagine the rejects, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, salacious.
They should publish, like, the crank file every once in a while, you know? Just dump the
Publish
worst
the drafts.
Yeah. Number 12, Average Fairy writes, I love when dudes are like, of course I respect women. I have a sister and a niece. Like, what does that even mean? There isn't a person on this planet who isn't related to a woman. Like, what is your point? That is true.
I lost track.
Well, people say, well, you know, I respect women. I have a mother. Like, yeah, everybody does. You're not special.
Yeah, okay. I get you now.
Yeah.
I think I just missed that first part.
Yeah. Number 13, Owl's Grid says, the more I learn about the British government, the more it sounds like the setting for a generic young adult dystopia. What the hell is a shadow cabinet? Are they not evil? There's something called a chief whip, a lord commissioner of the Great Seal. Does he keep the dark one locked away?
Oh, no.
Well, I know
I
know what a chief whip is. That's somebody who, in Parliament, tries to convince others to vote their way.
I guess that kind of makes sense.
They whip up the votes.
Yeah.
Number 14, Lesbian Shepherd writes, the funniest H.P. Lovecraft story is the one where some guy's family offended an evil wizard who then cursed his entire family, saying that all men would die before they hit like 30. The protagonist is going crazy trying to find a spell to break the curse, and the big reveal was that the wizard was literally just breaking into their house and killing them himself.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I know the story. It was called The Alchemist. And they thought the wizard was long gone because it had been like hundreds of years. But what he actually, instead of putting a spell on the other family, he put a spell on himself to make himself immortal and was just out there killing them.
God, that's twisted.
It's H.P. Lovecraft, all right. Hey, Moogle, how's it going? Number 15, how to save money by eliminating all sources of joy from your life. That's an actual headline here. And Apis95 says, the less you eat, drink, buy books, go to the theater or to balls or to the pub, and the less you think, love, theorize, sing, paint, fence, etc., the more you'll be able to save, and the greater will become your treasure, which will neither moth nor rust will corrupt, your capital. The less you are, the less you express your life. The more you have, the greater is your alienated life, and the greater in the saving of your alienated being. That is, of course, a quote from Karl Marx.
So just the consumption of wealth or whatever.
Pretty much, yeah. Save money by just like wanting to die, I guess. Like what? Is that what we aspire to just be dragons sitting on gold? Number 16, Whoops Robots, fantastic username, says, my favorite high school thing ever was in our English lit class reading of Hamlet, and we all had to play different characters, and partway through, everyone started reading it like a porno, with breathy, moaning voices, and the dude playing the queen spoke in a drunken Alabama accent, and the teacher told us we were awful, and that Shakespeare would have wanted it that way.
Probably, yeah.
He absolutely would have.
I mean, he would have appreciated the passion put into the performance,
Mm-hmm.
All right, number 17, Hi Rude says, my laser hair removal technician introduced herself to me today, even though we've met a couple of times, and I introduced myself back instead of pointing it out. But then I butterflied my legs for her to zap, and she went, oh my god, we have met before. I'm so sorry. I didn't recognize you with your new haircut. Which, sorry, it's nice of you to remember, but did you recognize me by my pussy?
Pussy ID.
I mean, I guess when that's the main thing that you're seeing,
If it's that memorable, though.
I mean, but I'm saying if you're a specialist and that's all you're doing every day is just zapping the hair off of the goobers.
Game so strong, your specialist recognizes you.
Yeah. Wow. Number 18, War Chief Windrunner says, do werewolves have toe beans? So not brains, toe beans. And then Stop Asking for My Kick says, stop asking for my kick. They really need to let Tumblr users have spaces. Of course they have toe beans. What else do you suck on?
Ew. No.
And then the original poster replies with, if there is a god, mine is surely a trickster, giving me the miracle of sight and of comprehension, only for me to have been cursed to use it on what you just said.
You know what? Fair.
That is very fair.
I'm just not into feet stuff.
Neither am I. I don't get that at all. I mean, no shame on those who are. And I read an article that explained that the foot fetish thing becomes more common in people raised during any kind of like STI outbreak.
Oh,
so that's the reason that it's so common in people our age is we were coming into our sexuality around the time of AIDS.
Oh.
Because a foot, you can't get a disease from a foot. I mean, I guess you get athlete's foot, but you can't get a STI from a foot, So it's a psychological thing. It happens in cycles, when syphilis rose, feet fetish rose, Anyway, Rad Roach here posts this picture of this extremely flat-looking crocodile. Like, he is very low to the ground, very flat. And it says, God, I love crocs and their entire family tree so much. These are animals that have remained virtually the same for millions of years, pretty much close to perfect as you can get in nature. And this highly optimized body plan is just a fat sausage with a mouth on one end and chubby baby arms. Pretty much.
It does have chubby baby arms.
Yeah. A mogul with the watcher. I actually am, and then underneath the picture says, this is what peak performance looks like. I actually am in the crocodiles and alligators are very cute camp myself, so.
Oh, I love them.
I watch videos of them just to cheer myself up sometimes, just like, let's look at some alligators,
I think they look interesting, but not cute. Anyway, sorry.
No, I can show you some videos you would say they were cute.
Last summer we went to it's an accredited zoo called Clyde Peeling's Reptile Land.
Mm-hmm.
And it was amazing. So many, first off, really cool snakes. I love snakes. But they had an albino alligator who was just flat fuck Fridaying it up. It was beautiful.
That would be cool.
Yeah, that's out in, that's near me, actually.
Really?
Hey.
Yeah, I know where that is.
Okay.
I'm like, wait a minute, I've heard of this place. I just Googled
That's
it.
in, Center.
It's in Allenwood. It's in Allenwood. Yeah, well, it's sort of on the cusp of where my area code is,
Gotcha. Understood.
Okay. Number 20, Merc Woodist says, lol, here's a fun one. If you had been born in the medieval era and without access to modern medicine, how long would you have lived? If I managed to survive being born, unlikely, I would have died at age 22 from appendicitis. How about you? And then they reply to themselves, the number of you absolutely convinced you would have been convicted of witchcraft and burned at the stake seems statistically unlikely.
I wonder why that's their
Damn
go-to.
if they ain't gonna try.
Yeah. There is this belief that it was a thing that happened a lot during the medieval era, and it's not really so much now. Colonial America, yes. Medieval Europe, not so much. Number 21, Pity Boy says, my toxic trait is simply not doing things if I don't want to do them. I am suffering academically. That's real, though. Number 22, Big Gay Bunny says, fever is a hilarious immune response. Our bodies tell the disease, hey, you want to see which one of us dies of overheating first? No? Too bad. And honestly, they're not even the winners in a decent chunk of the time, but it works out often enough that we never evolved it away or anything. Fantastic work.
Yeah, I don't like knowing that my body is basically just trying to play a game of chicken.
Yeah, let's just turn up the heat until one of us dies, right? Number 23, Achievement Hunt says, Weather Boy, derogatory. And then Dusk BCYS says, OP, what does this mean? And then Achievement Hunt says, wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy? Fair enough.
Now it's derogatory.
Now it makes sense. Number 24, Gauntlet Queen says, I'm so sick of people saying water doesn't taste. Water fucking tastes. And then Mistral says, well, what does it taste like then? And then Gauntlet Queen posts, absolutely nothing. There's nothing. It's blank. And then Ober Affengiel says, the place where I last worked wanted to use our reading room as a backdrop for a filmed interview. We had a very pretty reading room. On the day the film crew was there, the audio guy came over to my desk, which was at the edge of the space, and said, look, you can keep working because you're not doing anything too loud, but in a minute I'm going to go over there and call for silence at 10 to 20 seconds. And during that time, I need you to not make any noise. And I went, lol, sure. But he clearly felt a little uncomfortable telling me to not move at my own desk, so he explained, the purpose of those 20 seconds is to record the silence in the room. It's so they have a patch they can edit silence over some extraneous background noise later. The phone ringing, me getting an email, the toilet flushing in the bathroom next door, the elevator coming and going, noisy student group, etc. But the point was that they can't just slap any old silence over a recording done in a certain room. They have to use the silence from that room, or it will be jarring on a subliminal level to the people listening. Because silence has a sound, and it is a little different everywhere you hear it. That is what water tastes like.
Oh, cool.
I feel like that is a true, I know this isn't Tumblr got deep, but Tumblr got deep.
They got pretty fucking deep right there, yeah.
Yeah, there's some deepness.
25 Princess Zeldas says, AU where nothing has changed, but the Eye of Sauron is just one giant googly eye glued to the top of the tower.
Aww.
And then Nogrir Melon, which by the way means a friend of the Nogrir, posted a Photoshop of exactly that, right, from the movie. But instead of the flaming eye, it's the googly eyes.
Aww.
For the inevitable crossover between The Lord of the Rings and Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Oh my god.
Did you see that movie, by the way, guys?
I haven't yet, but it is on my list.
I recommend it wholeheartedly. One of the best movies of recent years.
I haven't seen it yet, but from what I understand, Short Round's in it.
Yes.
He returned to acting just to do that movie, and he absolutely deserved that Academy Award.
Good.
Nice.
He was wonderful. Everybody was wonderful. It was a great movie. All right, number 26. I don't know why this one's so blurry. Octopus Caveman says, my son put some tricks in his ant farm. Instead of eating them, the ants dig up all the dead ants in the farm and pile them on top of the tricks. Not sure what this means, but I'm not eating tricks anymore. And then the Uncanny Commentary explains about the oleic acid. It's something that...
Oh, yeah, and they all collect together.
Ants secrete it when they die, so when they smell oleic acid, they think that's dead ant smell. Number 27, Lizard Sister writes, fruit fly diving straight towards the glass of apple cider vinegar mixed with dish soap already littered with the corpses of his kin. It shows that picture from the Black Adam movie of him dive bombing straight down head first. Oh, man.
They love that shit.
Yeah. Well, they love to die in it, I guess, right?
Well, yeah.
Number 28, Bogleach writes, it's so funny how kids who are only given the girl toys seem to frequently develop the most maniacal imaginations. When I was little and I visited friends or family who were little girls, they'd have their Barbies involved in ritual sacrifice or human trafficking. They'd have Barbie's evil twin drive Ken to suicide by poisoning his horse or some shit. Action figures set up only the simplest kinds of violence, heroes and villains punching or shooting each other over doomsday plots. When you crave high-stakes drama, as all children do, but your characters are all rich suburban women, you kind of have no choice but to get pitch dark, I think. The only kinds of villains that logically exist in that setting are just so much sicker and nastier than just Dr. Octopus or something. Yep. Alice brings up a good point that people do that with The Sims.
Oh, yes. Oh, very much so.
I'm not into that shit. When people are like, they tell me like all the cruel things that they do to their Sims, and I'm like, what is wrong with you? Like,
Well, at least they're not real.
Yeah, but still.
I mean, I'd rather them do it there than elsewhere.
If you think about video games as a power fantasy, and that's what you want to do, it just kind of makes me uncomfortable to be around people like that. My gluten-free aunt, The Sims was like the only video game she ever played, and she would tell me these stories about like drowning them in the pool and how funny that is. And I'm just like, you're sick. I'm just playing Mortal Kombat. I'm just ripping people's heads off and shit. You're out there like watching people die slowly and giggling.
So I was a big time roller coaster tycoon girly back in the day.
I remember that.
And the first time I had a station brakes failure in any of my parks and people died,
yeah,
I cried. I closed the game and I didn't open it back up for like 3 days.
Exactly. You don't like. You're not like. Oh, you're like. Oh shit. You're not like. Look at them. They're dead.
No, I was not a maniacal laughter kind of kid. I was genuinely traumatized by that.
I understand that better than the Sims thing. All right, number 29. Catchy memes. Post. I believed in God as a kid because I always felt so moved during worship songs at my mega church, and then I went to a One Direction concert and felt the same thing and realized I just like live music.
That's a good one.
Number 30. Catchy memes again. Posts a Twitter post from Astral Pegasus 98 who writes, "You've heard of I don't want your fucking app. Now get ready for I don't want to join your fucking Discord server just to get basic information that should be on a proper website instead of hidden away in the archives of a fucking chat room."
Real.
And then for Virial says, "Bro, what the fuck social media is this that they're on the slap.com from Victorious?"
Huh?
I don't get it.
Oh, okay. Victorious was one of those like Dan Schneider Nickelodeon shows.
Oh, okay.
So I assume the Slap was their version of like MySpace or something like that.
See, the difference between a Discord server and a website is it's a lot less of a pain in the ass to update a Discord server. Number 1, Tallahassee MP3 says, "Say what you want about Reddit, but the fact that it lets you sort by controversial so you could see people fighting each other is a perfect feature." In my experience, sorting by controversy, you don't see a lot of fighting. You just see the equal number of upvotes and downvotes.
I do not use Reddit, so I will defer to those who do.
I've read Reddit.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah,
you've read it.
You've read it.
Hey.
I just like to scroll through Am I the Asshole?
That's a fun one, yeah. Number 32, Mexicanine says, "Oh my god, I found this video on YouTube called Elk Hunting Chihuahua, and this guy is like, make sure you have a good hunting dog," and just opens his backpack to reveal his little chihuahua named Coco and tells us how amazing she is at hunting. And then he just whips her out and says, "You gotta have one of these things. They can track, they're just the best hunting dogs in the world." And that was the whole video. And honestly, I've never wanted a chihuahua more in my life.
Got to see it in action, though, you know?
And, Tangerang, well, this picture's, and Tangerang says, "I'm crying. He's holding her like an orange." I mean, he is. He's just like, hey, look at this great hunting dog. All right, number 33, Skloog says, "Fucking bizarre that computers heat up while operating. Like, dude, it's just math." And then official Kerr Cheese says, "I too heat up during math. They're not special." And Tanadrin says, "It's worse than that. The laws of physics require doing math to produce waste heat." And Overly Abstract says, "It's bonkers that the answer to can I make a more efficient steam engine is no, and by the way, all good is temporary. But it's objectively even funnier that the answer to can my fucking CPU stop throttling is no, because otherwise you could make a more efficient steam engine. And then Tanadrim says, Rolf Landauer looking at a steam engine. This is just a bad computer. Nice.
I guess Elise would know a little something about that.
Yeah, we were just talking about... Well, that was GPU throttling, but it's the same basic concept. Yeah. Number 34, Bedu Polker says, desert plants. Oh, no, thank you. I'm not thirsty. Desert animals. Okay, I need a heat lamp set to exactly 83.15 Fahrenheit 8 months of the year. I need to be lightly spritzed during August. If I'm medium spritzed, I will die. If I'm not spritzed at all, I will die. When I enter my pupal state, you will need to put me in the freezer, which should be set to exactly... And it just kind of cuts off there. Jungle plants. Aha, sorry I died. I said I was semi-shade, not full shade. But if you give me too much sun, I'll also die. By the way, watering me is not enough. You need to soak my entire body for 3 to 5 minutes twice a day. Also... And then it cuts off. And then jungle animals. Coconut substance.
Coconut substance.
I don't know. Number 35, Sex Haver is the name this person chose. Congratulations on that, I guess.
A good username right there, too.
Yeah. Sex Haver writes, in 4th grade, I was introduced to the concept of run-on sentences by my teacher, and I immediately raised my hand and pointed out that none of the sentences being used as examples were actually grammatically wrong at all and were just longer than most people can comfortably read or write, and she made me sit in the corner, and I feel like that shows a lot in my typing style on this hell site. And that was a very long sentence.
Yes, it was.
It was not a run-on, though.
That's true.
Nope.
And then Sex Haver writes, run-on sentences are ADHD culture. Yeah.
It's got to include the word "and" a lot.
Number 36. Someone posted a picture of the earliest known copy of the Mona Lisa, famous for being too fragile to be restored and lacking details due to age. And Theodore Hoovian says, the copy has eyebrows. La La Land 1212 says, your response to a beautiful piece of artwork done by Leonardo da Vinci himself is she's got eyebrows. All right, all intelligent life has been lost. And then Vast Derp replies with, yo, Snooty McSnotwine, the Mona Lisa's vanished eyebrows have been the subject of debate and analysis in the art expert community for hundreds of years, long before your parents squirted water at each other from across the clown car and then honked their bicycle horns to indicate they really wanted to make a smug, insufferable little clown baby together.
Ay, ay, ay.
That is an amazing burn, and I'm going to have to remember that one. That's just amazing.
Now that's what I call clowning.
Yeah. I mean, damn. Number
Does
37.
sound like something June would say.
It really does, yeah. Number 37, Paper Mario Wiki says, if you ever find a genie and you're really craving a dessert that looks like this, post a picture of a raspberry Danish, do not say, I'd like a lifetime supply of raspberry crowns. While this is, in fact, the name of the pastry, I mean, that's a Danish, but okay. It's also the name of a species of wasp for some reason. The genie, being a nasty trickster, will no doubt give you a bunch of wasps. And then Shitload of Muses writes, this is an oddly specific post. Are you okay? I gotta wonder that myself.
Raspberry crown? A crown?
I feel like that's got to be like a regionalism.
It has, yeah, probably. Maybe that's what they call them in the UK or something. Number 38, mother of all procrastinators, right? Reblogs this from Gweno Vine. Country roads, let's go. It's me, Mario. And then the British Pineapple replies with, I admire and hate this simultaneously. I feel you on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 39. The Medi Blue posts, the healer also needs healing. The planner also needs surprises. The giver also needs to receive. The thoughtful also needs to be thought of. The considerate also needs to be considered. And then Honey in the Shade says, people give what they need. Roachwork says, I think ultimately you become whoever would have saved you that time that no one did. And then Chasing Shadows writes, hi, this devastated me because holy shit. Holy shit. Well, Tumblr certainly got deep on that one.
They sure did.
Mm.
Yeah.
There was that one extremely deep one, and then there was the amazing clown car insult.
That was it. The clown car insult is pretty good. Number 40, biggest, gaudiest Patronuses writes, don't let the world fool you. Consistent kindness is the most quietly powerful thing. If you ever want to engage in villainy and undermine the social order, be especially kind to the people society has rejected. Care about the ones the world would convince you don't deserve your kindness. I genuinely mean this when I say to you, the ultimate act of rebellion is insisting on compassion and grace in a compassionless world. And then Olo Fahiri writes, disruptive compassion.
So be kind to people who don't deserve it?
Be kind to people that society would tell you don't deserve it.
Yeah, because frequently they do. It's just like a power balance.
Yes,
thing.
exactly. Number 41, Melanie Fangs writes, whoa, dude, when I heard about rad femmes, I thought it would just be some most radical females. But these chicks are saying some bogus things about other babes.
Bruh.
And then Eveline Shepard posts a picture that makes it look like Bill and Ted are saying that.
Yeah.
That's good. I've seen that one before.
Great. I've seen that before. Yeah. Number 42, Ocean A Romantic writes, plays Assassin's Creed to study for my AP History exam. All right, I've seen this one. I can paraphrase it because it's pretty long. This guy talks about being on a school trip in Rome, and then the guide got lost, and this kid led them to where they needed to go, and it was because he had played Assassin's Creed.
Well,
yeah, I've heard that it is a very accurate representation.
Extremely accurate, yeah. Number 43, Herb Wick writes, lol, heads up, if you try to make a candle with food coloring, the food coloring will just sink to the bottom of the glass, and when the flame eventually reaches the bottom, all the food coloring will catch fire and become one giant tall flame that you cannot possibly blow out, and the glass will start to crack, and then you'll throw your tea on it in a panic, and the extremely hot food coloring will boil and sizzle horribly, and the glass will shatter. Please take my word on this. And then, and then Dragonfire Elite writes, what did you do, OP? And then Erbwick replies with this very fancy script font that says, a mistake. What up, Wayne? Assassin's Creed. Number 44 didn't load. Let me see if I can get it to load. There we go. So it shows a bear. A Serious Funny shows a picture of a bear, and it says, I wish I could fly. A goldfish saying, I wish I could walk. A bird, and it says, I wish I could swim. And then a goose just smiling. And it says, like, you lucky boy. And then the Cosmere kid writes, this is why geese are so arrogant. That's true.
Gooses.
Yeah.
Honk emoji.
Honk emoji, honk love, yep. Number 45, there they are. Hey, Wayne just put them in the chat. Shows this text message exchange. Did Tony get Elden Ring? No, he's scared of it. Why is he scared of it? The monsters. And then Win Draga says, choosing to read this as if I were eavesdropping on Italian mobsters. It'll be that Sam guy from those Facebook videos. Tony,
the monsters.
Tony, did you get Elden Ring? No, I'm scared of it. What are you so scared of? The monsters. Number 46, here's writing prompts again. You walk in a room only to find the only way to escape is by writing a name of a real person on a piece of paper. This will kill that person. And then I Love It writes, ma'am, you only need to write one name. And then Snorlax writes, sir, stop that. I said stop. You can't write your own name. Ooh, that got dark.
Ooh.
All right.
That's one way to escape.
Yeah, right? He'll definitely not be in that room. Number 47, Pregnant Seinfeld reposted this. James 17 says, gets cream pied evilly. What? And then Ink the Cryptid writes, based on your likes, there's something I got to change about myself. And then James 17 says, you're too far gone. I feel like none of this went with anything else.
Yeah, it's a little
Did they mean getting hit by a pie, or did they mean the other way?
The interesting way.
I feel like OP may have intended it as the getting hit by a pie way, but nobody else did.
I don't know what was happening with any of those other posts either, so.
Yeah.
Kind of sad that I only thought of the dirty one.
That's immediately what I thought of. Based on the name, what, James 7T? That's not exactly that dirty. All right, Snappy Doodle writes, this is number 48. Bread is just basically just flour, yeast, and liquid, right? Gatorade bread. And then there's a bunch of pictures showing them making buns made out of Gatorade bread. And you ever have one of those "what am I doing with my life" moments? I was a fool. I thought this would be a bad idea. This is the best goddamn bread I've ever made. It's fluffy, it's chewy, it's got a perfectly crisp crust. The only flavor it has is vaguely sweet. I've already eaten the whole loaf. No, Pregnant Seinfeld was just reposting. I'd try it.
Gatorade.
Oh, dear.
bread.
Maybe not with the red Gatorade, but I'd still try it.
I feel like that's what blue Gatorade would be good for.
Yeah.
I feel like blue Gatorade doesn't really have that
Yeah.
strong of a flavor.
Yeah.
Number 49 shows this screenshot from Scooby-Doo, and I just have to describe that they're all like sitting around on and around a couch, but in kind of a strange way. Like Velma's the only one actually sitting on the couch. Fred's like sort of leaning against the couch. Scoob's in the corner. For some reason, Daphne is just sitting on the floor, like hugging her legs, and Shaggy is like just laying on his stomach, like, paint me like one of your French dudes, man. And it says, obsessed with how the gang's all posed in this scene, not gonna lie. Catgirl Kaiji writes, a group of queer friends at one of their shitty apartments, pausing the board game they were playing to have an impromptu group therapy session. And then King Bones the first says, oh man, you just know Fred is going through it with his dad right now.
Believable.
It is believable. Oh, man. And finally, number 50, Sundwave writes, the funniest thing in the entire Pirates of the Caribbean series is definitely that one scene in At World's End where they have Parlay, but Davy Jones is part of it, and rather than have him stand in the shallows or something, they get a big bucket of water and have him stand on it on shore. Who thought of that idea? Who thought put Davy Jones in a bucket of water and had the guts to suggest it out loud? And then who went, hey, that sounds like a great idea? At some point, somebody told Davy Jones their idea was for him to stand in a bucket of water, and he agreed to it.
I mean, whatever floats your boat.
Or whatever floats your weird
Davy
man,
Jones.
Right? Well, that was
Man.
Tumblr getting strange. Out of 50, I'm going to go pretty generous here because I'm just glad to have this back in one shape or another. I'm going to go 48.
Oh, wow. Near perfect.
Near perfect.
I was
Yeah.
thinking 41.
41.
I was going to go with like a 43, 44, 43.
43. Okay. I mean, like I said, I was just happy to have it back.
Yeah.
So
Oh, for sure. And most of them were very good. I will say
Oh,
that.
yeah.
But there were some duplicates that I'd seen already.
Well,
so.
yeah, a bunch of them were duplicates, but sometimes the best of is no big deal.
Some of them are just head scratchers.
So this next list was submitted by Hey Abat. I think that might be Bort. I think Bort might have changed his name, but it's Hey Abat.
Hey, you bet.
This is a list from MSN, really? Somebody.
Glum.
Well, okay. Well, I guess it's from Game Rant, is what it's really from. The best Sega games. Wait, where's the actual list?
Maybe it's Gamer Ant.
Gamer Ant? No,
Gamer
it's not.
Ant.
Okay, I think I found the list. This is going by game ranks, I guess, and I don't know what the criteria is, but okay, we're going from lowest Metascore to highest, I guess, and I don't know how many's in here, but here we are. So at the bottom of this, I guess, best of the worst Sega games, with a Metascore of 85 is Valkyria Chronicles 4, which I've never actually played a Valkyria Chronicles.
Me neither, but
Me
they seem
neither.
promising.
They do look good. I just never got into it. With a Metascore of 86 is Daytona USA. You know, the game ain't even that good. It's just everybody likes the song.
I miss MSN as well, Femi.
I mean,
will
it's
say
like-
it's fun.
It's fun for like 5 minutes, but can you...
Yeah.
And hey, Femi, how's it going? It's just like, let's be real there. There's only about 10 minutes of content in that game.
It is enough for you to put a quarter in the damn machine, have a race, and you're good.
But is it enough
Yeah.
for you to spend $60 to get it on Saturn?
That, not so much.
Not so much, exactly. With a score of 87 is Sonic Mania Plus. Man, you ain't gonna get me to play another Sonic game. I'm done with that shit.
I am not a Sonic person.
I
it's
really
me.
like Sonic Mania Plus. I will fan out for it.
That's-
It is fantastic.
It could be the best game ever, but I'm just so over Sonic.
Lol, it's like the best game ever, guys. Come on. Grow up.
We got an 87 on Metacritic.
Yeah. With a Metacritic score of 88 is Jet Set Radio Future. It's a pretty good game.
I've heard good things about
Yeah.
one, but again, I didn't have an Xbox, so.
I forget if I liked it. I'd have to play it again.
Yeah. With a score of 89 is Rez.
What's that one?
I do not know that one.
It's a shmup rhythm game.
Oh.
And it was actually really cool. And in some regions, it came with something called the trans vibrator, which pulses.
Excuse me?
Pulses to the beat.
That one caught me off guard. I'm like,
yeah. And it's exactly what you think it is.
Oh
Is
my.
It is.
is it though?
It is. It goes where you think it goes, and it does what you think it does.
Well, good for them.
Keep on doing what you're doing.
Right? I remember seeing that like an old Screw Attack list, and the guy it was like the weirdest peripherals that come with games, and this guy's talking about like who would want this, and his girlfriend comes over and she's like, hey now.
Hey now.
She's like, wait a minute, you grab the controller, I'll take this thing. All right. With a Metacritic score of 89 is Phantasy Star Online. I didn't understand this because I get the whole MMO thing, but what does this have to do with Phantasy Star? No, absolutely
That's one
nothing.
of those games that I have heard a lot of people absolutely adore and lament they can't get it in its original form.
Yeah. I mean, it's a cool game. I just never understood what it had to do with Phantasy Stars.
Like, does it have
nothing.
any similarity, like planet names,
No.
people names?
No, nothing.
Huh.
Nothing.
I really like
the only similarity is that it's science fiction.
Yeah, sci-fi RPG.
Yeah. Number 89 is Like a Dragon: Infinite Wealth.
My turn to fangirl. My husband is actually playing this right now. Like downstairs, he is literally playing this game right now.
It seems that like the United States is just slowly discovering the Like a Dragon series, you know.
Never heard of it.
You
it
absolutely
used to be Yakuza.
It used to be called Yakuza. It's always been called Like a Dragon in
Japanese,
Japan, but until recently it was Yakuza in the United States. Hey, Almighty Santa, how's it going?
Yeah, those games look pretty sweet.
People are
fun
very
irreverent.
people are very surprised to find out that they're turn based.
Not all of them are. Only the last two are.
Traditionally, it's always been turn based.
No, the 0 through 6 are not turn based, so to speak.
You're wrong.
They're more like action brawlers.
Oh.
But the more American Like a Dragon, or the American titled Like a Dragons, those are turn-based RPGs, and they rule.
I like Elise's brazen confidence. No, you are wrong.
I haven't played
I
that.
actually know this one.
I thought they'd always
usually. I will not usually fight you on video games.
No, that's fine.
I actually know this one for once.
I don't know. I thought they were always turn-based. It's surprising that they went that direction then. With a Metascore of 90 is Panzer Dragoon Orta.
I only played the first one, but I liked that one.
Orta's like the first two. It's not like an RPG or nothing, but it's like the old Panzer Dragoon games.
Yeah, it's like a Star Fox, sort of.
Pretty much. At number with a Metascore of 92 is Virtua Tennis.
Really?
That's one of those I've heard people fucking love, and I don't get it.
I'll take my tennis video game with the word Mario in it. That's about as far as it goes, you know. Oh man. With a Metascore of 94 is Virtua Fighter 4. The only Virtua Fighter I've ever played is the first one, and I just could not deal with the way it played at all.
The latest one I ever tried was Virtua Fighter 3 TB.
Yeah.
On Dreamcast, and it was fun for 10 minutes.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Now it would be really funny if it were the people.
That was the last one. So wait, is
Virtua Fighter?
So is right. So is Virtua Fighter 4 like the highest rated Sega game of all time? That seems unlikely to me.
I don't know, man.
This list is weird. I don't even know how many there were. I'm just gonna give it a B and move on.
I mean, there were some good games on here.
Yeah.
Yeah. But are those really the top Sega games of all time?
I'll give it a B for bleh.
Alice writes F plus, and I know they're referencing the holdovers on that one. Great movie, by the way. Moogle Master linked me to the weakest Pokemon, the 27 weakest Pokemon of all time from the Gamer.
Oh, weak.
So what is the? I wonder what they're going by here. But what do you guys think? Weakest Pokemon? Like it's got to be Magikarp, right?
Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
No,
Sunkern.
Sunkern? Yeah, but Sunkern can
Yeah.
actually use stab moves. I was also thinking, you know who's really, really weak? Is Cosmog. Cosmog can't really do shit.
Poor little baby.
Yeah. I mean, it evolves into something amazing, kind of like Magikarp. All right, let's see what's on here. At number 27 is Patrat. Yeah, Patrat don't do much.
Look, I only know the first 151. After that, you're starting to lose me.
It's like Rattata.
Yeah,
but from
it's
the
like
era.
it's like Rattata. Yeah, it's the
See,
Rattata.
now you're speaking my language.
It's the Rattata of Gen 6.
Oof.
Oh, I'm sorry, Gen 5.
Gen 5.
Yeah,
Right?
it's the Rattata.
I'm a
of Gen
dozen.
5. No, it's definitely Gen 5 because I'm playing Gen 5 on Wednesdays. Which is funny. It evolves into Watchog, which can be surprisingly strong in that second gym when she hits you with that Retaliate and you die. Number 26 is Blipbug. I mean,
Aw.
It's like Caterpie.
yeah, Blipbug is basically
Aw.
the Caterpie of Gen 8.
I just like the name. It's
Yeah,
cute.
the evolutions of Dottler, I think, is the second evolution, and then the last one is what is that? It's that ladybug thing.
Orbeetle?
Orbeetle. Orbeetle is good to.
Orbeetle gets a Gigantamax.
Yeah, Orbeetle is good to set up like hazards and stuff, but other than that, it's not super useful.
Oh, Wimpod. I love
Yeah.
Wimpod.
Number 25 is Abra. Yeah, Abra can't do anything.
Abra's like you gotta like really work with it in order.
You got to
for it
switch
be-
train it, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about Abra is that it didn't have any attacking moves until Gen 3, and then it was just hidden power, which, well, I mean, how many different, hidden power is...
I like the look, but this is about weakness. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those Pokemon like Magikarp that is very, very weak, but you work towards evolving it, and then it becomes something strong.
Alakazam.
Number 24 is Ditto.
Oh.
I disagree with this.
Really?
Ditto does not have good stats, but in the right hands, you could... First of all, just in a competitive battle, throwing out a Ditto gives you access to your opponent's moveset. So now you know what the 4 moves are.
Oh,
Oh, that
okay.
is
So it's kinda
advantageous.
Like a sneak move.
Give him a choice scarf, and he's always going to go first. It's a good scout. I don't know. Ditto's unusual. It's situational, but I don't think it's one of the weakest.
Also, the last word in the movie, ghost.
It's true. Number 23 is Shedinja. Shedinja is weak on paper. Shedinja is okay, so it only has 1 hit point. That's like the big thing.
Yeah.
It can only ever have 1 hit point.
Oh.
It is
But
the
it's a-
shed shell of
Yeah.
another bug, basically.
And it's a bug and ghost type, but it has an ability called Wonder Guard, which basically means that it cannot be hit by anything that is not super effective.
Super effective, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
However, it will die from toxic. It will die from hail. It will die from sandstorm. There's like a stealth rock, spikes. There's a million different ways to kill Shedinja. But back in the day when it was first introduced in Generation 3, it could potentially wall a team.
Yeah. I think it's one of those that like when it initially came out, like it was definitely a lot more OP.
Yeah, people didn't know how to deal
but
with
it has absolutely been nerfed with time.
I mean, and especially when abilities like Mold Breaker exist. Number 22 is Love Disc. Yeah, Love Disc sucks. There's no
This does suck.
Love Disc sucks, and it doesn't.
Cute.
It doesn't even evolve into anything. So it's
It
like
should evolve into a Lomomola, but it doesn't, and I don't know why.
understandably because that's the way the Gen 5 is. That they're kind of
Yeah.
regional variants. Like Bouffalant is like the regional Tauros. Alomomola is the regional Love Disc.
See, I hear love disc. I think of like a frisbee with a heart on it.
It's a heart-shaped fish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Not too
just
far.
it's something you catch to finish the Pokédex. Number 21 is Caterpie. I do think Caterpie is weak, but I don't think it should be this high on the list. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Mm.
can't tell which direction we're going. Like
We're
it's getting
going
weaker.
to we're trying to get to weaker.
Okay,
Yeah.
it definitely gets better.
Yeah.
But
Number 20 is Snom.
Snom is baby.
Snom
I
is
love that
Snom is
thing.
Snom is like, yeah, it's like the ice Caterpie though, right?
Yeah, but it's not a
Yeah.
particularly good or useful. I feel like we're gonna see a lot of like early stage bugs.
I have had some great successes in competitive battle with Frostmoth though, so just saying. Wow, number 19. I hate this, but I can't argue against it. Is Eevee.
Ooh, that's spicy.
Ooh, yeah.
Eevee is pretty weak. It's the evolution Pokemon. You are supposed to evolve it. Some of its evolved forms are strong. Some of them are not.
them are
But Eevee itself is not good. They had to make Eevee a lot stronger when they did Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, because otherwise, why would you want an Eevee as your partner? So yeah, Eevee's pretty weak.
Yeah, I basically only really used Eevee to evolve it, you know?
Number 18 is Bidoof.
Oh,
I know Bidoof.
Everybody has a Bidoof in their party
Bidoof.
because it learns all the HMs.
Yeah, it's the HM master.
And because it evolves into a water type, it can hit reasonably hard with Surf, you know? Yeah, Bidoof is not strong, though.
I actually have a friend whose favorite Pokemon is Bidoof.
I mean, it is adorable. Bidoof,
Yeah.
Almighty Sen is Generation 4. Number 17 is a duo here, Plusle and Minun.
Yeah, they kind of suck on their own, really.
None of the Pikachus are strong.
Yeah.
Plusle and Minun are exceptionally weak.
I did read somewhere that the Pika clones are basically set up to demonstrate like the gimmick of the generation.
And the gimmick of Gen 3 was doubles battle, so yeah. Number 16 is Sunkern.
Oh, I genuinely thought that'd be higher on the list.
Sunkern sucks mostly because it doesn't even evolve into a strong Pokemon.
Yeah.
It evolves into Sunflora. Sunflora's ass.
Sunflora is pretty terrible.
Number 15 is Farfetch'd. I can't agree with that.
Especially because Farfetch'd gets that new evolution.
Well, only the Galarian Farfetch'd can. They're talking about the original Farfetch'd, but it has high attack. It gets a unique item. It's not strong, but it's also not one of the weakest. Like,
can it learn Fly?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it learns Fly.
Okay, then it has some use to it.
Usually you just use it for like normal moves, but because it has high attack. Number 14 is Zubat. I mean, yeah, it's not good.
No.
You get Zubat to evolve it into Crobat, but eventually. But Zubat's bad.
It gets better, but you really gotta like put the effort in.
Number 13 is Wobbuffet. Whoever wrote this list doesn't know how to use Wobbuffet.
I was gonna say, I absolutely disagree. I have gotten bodied by Wobbuffet.
Wobbuffet will fucking destroy you if you don't know what you're doing.
Was it Shadow Tag? Is that his ability?
Shadow Tag, you can't swap out. Yeah. Unless you have something that allows you to, like, you know.
Yeah, like or a Pokédoll or something, yeah.
Well, I was thinking like U-turn or yeah. But yeah, Wobbuffet is really, really high hit points, a lot of health, good defenses, and all that countering shit that it does. It's pretty hard to get rid of. It can really wreck your run if you're playing a Nuzlocke and you run into a Wobbuffet.
I lost a bunch of Pokemon to a Wobbuffet when I was doing my
Wobbuffet is an excellent reason to have the move Toxic. Toxic does wreck it, but yeah. Number 12 is Azurill.
Oh, are we getting into the babies now?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it feels a little bit mean to pick on a baby.
Yeah, it does suck though. It's adorable.
Yeah,
but it's not particularly useful.
It doesn't have Marill and Azumarill's signature ability. Its typing is strange. So,
is it water fairy or is it strange?
What do you mean?
It's normal fairy.
It's normal fairy.
It's normal fairy. It evolves into water fairy.
Yeah.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Now I can. You hadn't been saying anything in a while.
Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, the keys on my keyboard are not working at all.
Oh, strange. That's strange.
So sorry, I didn't. It's not like I had anything to
Oh,
add.
okay.
You guys know way more about Pokemon than I do.
That's why it's good to have 3 people. Number 11 is Unknown. Yeah, you pretty much just catch Unknown just to get it in the
Gimmick.
Pokédex. And,
Catch it to catch it. Gotta
Or-
catch them all.
spell
Or-
bomb shit.
or in Pokemon Go because it's the rarest Pokemon.
Yeah.
Although I caught like 30 of them over last weekend, so...
Oh yeah, do you have an incense going?
What's that? Yeah, I
Did you
ran
have-
incense.
yeah.
I ran incense all weekend. I was hoping to get a shiny Unknown. I didn't, but I'm just gonna hold up the phone to the screen in a second here. I'm not gonna bother going through the whole streaming the phone thing. But I just want to show you I didn't have any luck like you did with shinies this past weekend. But
No.
I didn't get a single shiny. But
Ooh.
and it seems strange, doesn't it?
It
But I want to
does.
show you how much luck I had with Unknown. Let me swap to this and look at all these unknowns.
Holy potatoes.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
They were
one,
spawning.
yeah,
Impressive.
I got quite a few of them.
Most impressive.
I was very happy to that the rarest Pokemon in the game was spawning like wildfire. All right, where was I? Here we are. Okay, number 10 is really Pumpkaboo?
Oh.
Is Pumpkaboo really like one of the weakest?
Is it a pumpkin one?
Yeah,
it's like a jack-o'-lantern.
It's a jack-o'-lantern. It's ghost and grass,
Oh, that's adorable.
and it evolves
extremely cute.
into Gourgeist.
Haha.
I don't think Pumpkaboo is that rare, or that weak.
that's
Number
weird.
number 9 is Slakoth. Yeah, Slakoth is bad.
Yeah.
Slakoth. You either want to evolve it into Vigoroth and give it the Eviolite, or you want to evolve it all the way to Slaking and just wreck shit. But as Slakoth, it doesn't do anything.
Oh, bummer.
It only can move every other turn. It doesn't have good stats. There's nothing good about it.
It's a tough one.
Yeah. Number 8 is Igglybuff, another baby.
Igglybuff? Like, I know about Jiggly and Wiggly.
Igglybuff evolves into Jigglypuff.
Oh, dear. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and Slakoth is Gen 3, Almighty Santa. Number 7 is Metapod. Notice that Metapod evolves from Caterpie, but is much weaker. And the reason is, you think, well, if you get a Caterpie and you evolve it into Metapod, it is not weaker. But if you catch a wild Metapod, it doesn't know anything but Harden, so you can't actually attack with
What
it.
are you going to do? Yeah.
Ah.
But if you have attacking moves from Caterpie and you evolve it into Metapod, then
And hold over?
it is actually better.
Huh.
Number
The
6.
Wild Metapod.
Yeah, number 6 is Lediba.
Oh yeah.
Lediba's pretty bad. You
They're
don't
not
want
great.
you don't want Lediba.
And isn't it bug flying too?
It's bug
So
flying, which is one of the
more-
worst types.
Yeah.
If you're gonna use a bug flying type, use Butterfree like I do, because Butterfree is actually pretty good, but Ladybug is terrible. Number 5 is Magikarp. Wow, Magikarp's not number 1.
That's-
5.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. So
worse than Magikarp.
well, I guess
according to these
they
people.
have made Magikarp stronger by giving it moves like Hydro Pump. So I guess
Oh, it
So what's-
actually doesn't just flop around?
well in the original Pokemon Red and Blue, it could only learn Splash and Tackle.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Um,
yeah.
And then they later added Bounce and what was the 4? It had 4 moves. Oh, Flail. They added Bounce and Flail. But now you can give it Hydro Pump, but it's still not good stats, but you can give it Hydro Pump. So there's 4 Pokemon on this list that are weaker than Magikarp. Number 4 being Delibird. Yeah, okay, so the typing's pretty bad. Ice Flying is not a strong type. The stats are bad, and it has a unique move that could hurt it.
Yeah, it can
Oh.
benefit you
Yeah.
as the attacker.
So yeah, I understand Delibird being there. Number 3 is Wimpod.
Alice, get your trophy.
Wimpod's pretty bad. I mean,
I love that
you want it to evolve into Golisopod, which
Yes.
is not strong, but has
You win the
utility.
bronze.
Riot averted. Number 2 is Smeargle. Oh, whoever wrote this has no idea.
Miracle.
You have no... If you just look at Smeargle's
That is
stats and ability, yeah, it seems pretty bad. However, Smeargle is one of only 2 Pokemon that can learn every single move.
Uh-huh.
What?
So its move sketch basically works like metronome and
But a
can
copy.
pull from
It's
any
like
ability.
wait.
Any
Let
attack.
me explain it in a way that Jesse's going to immediately understand.
Go for
Okay,
it.
it's Realm from Final Fantasy VI.
Got it.
Ah,
That's sweet.
yeah.
Actually.
Realm. It's even called the Painter Pokemon.
Oh, for heaven's sakes!
Yeah.
It's right there.
So it's Realm. Smeargle can learn Spore, which is devastating because it's fast. So if Spore is the only move that will put an opponent to sleep with 100% accuracy, and then you don't know what it's going to do beyond that.
Oh,
so
shit.
it's just, yeah. Smeargle is completely unpredictable and definitely not the second weakest Pokemon of all time.
This list is flawed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're... Oh, what? You're joking. Hold on.
Please.
They put Geodude as the weakest Pokemon?
Are you fucking kidding me? No.
Like, it's... Okay, like,
Really?
it's not great, but, like... Who
It can
in...
hold
Wait, hold on.
Hold its own.
Who in...
What is their justification here?
Well, it does have a lot of weaknesses because Rock and Ground is not a good type. And I guess they're just saying that, like, any other Pokemon can do what it does better. But who, when playing Gold and Silver, didn't catch one of these guys to take on the first gym?
Right?
Because
Like,
the first
you
gym is
needed one.
flying type, so, you know.
Yeah, just take out Faulkner.
I mean, Geodude's not going to knock everybody's socks off, but it ain't weak.
No, and it can learn Explode, which
Ooh.
in Little Cup can be devastating if you want to take an opponent's Pokemon out in one fell swoop. So I can't agree with the top two here.
Boo hiss.
Which would make Wimpod the weakest Pokemon.
Hey!
Oh.
Out of 27, I'm going to give this a 19.
Yeah, like a 20, maybe. There's some weird choices in there that I super don't agree with.
There were, yeah, some weird fuck shit was happening.
I'm feeling the 20 from what I'm getting from you guys.
Yeah. Now, to go in the opposite direction, also posted by Moogle, is the most powerful Pokemon of each type.
Interesting.
So
Okay.
there's 8. There technically are 19 types now, but that's complicated. There are 18 types of
19?
Pokemon.
Good gravy.
The Stellar type was added recently, but it's
Stellar, dude.
Stellar type is unusual because you have to terrestrialize a Pokemon into the Stellar type.
Yeah.
And it's a temporary. It's like for that battle. You know
It's
what
not
I mean?
permanent. It's not a permanent change.
What-a-wise?
Terrestrialize is a new mechanic in Gen 9.
use a special thing on it.
It's the Gen 9 gimmick,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
it lets
It's
you
fun.
it lets you change the Pokemon's type.
Wow.
So every Pokemon has their normal type, or maybe two, and then it has the Terra type. So you Terra type it into, you terrestrialize it into whatever. And sometimes it's the same as its regular type. Like you could terrestrialize a fire type into fire, but it'll make the fire even stronger.
Ah.
It's a way better mechanic than that Dynamax shit. I hated that.
Yeah.
Dynamax.
I really like terrestrializing. I think
Terrestrialize
it's
is
one of the
fun.
better, like,
Dynamax is
weird
fun. Dynamax is fun for the actual story mode, but like trying to play it competitively with Dynamax is just like, okay, who's gonna do it first? Because the person who does it first usually loses.
Oh.
You know. Okay, so they're gonna give you. They're basing this, I guess, on base stats. So for each type, what is the strongest Pokemon? So, all right, now I know, Jesse, you don't know a lot about Pokemon, but we're gonna play a little game here. I'm gonna say the
Okay.
type, and you guys throw out who you think the strongest Pokemon is. Okay, starting with normal type.
Do legendaries count?
I will tell you that
if they're a Pokemon.
every single one on this list is either a legendary or a mega evolution.
Oh, well, in that case, it's probably Arceus.
It's definitely Arceus.
Oh, he's normal?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Arceus
you gotta like give him things to make his type change.
Yeah, he could be any type, but usually if you run into like say poison type Arceus, is because it's holding the toxic plate. The normal type that it has is normal type.
I mean, dude got his own game, so.
Honorable mentions to Slaking, Regigigas, Miloetta, and Mega Kangaskhan.
Mila Kangaskhan. What a name.
Mega Kangaskhan is great because his little baby just comes hanging out.
Mega Kangaskhan was ridiculously overpowered in Gen 6 meta, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
They had to nerf it hard in Gen 7 so that it didn't dominate. And still it was strong.
Hey, it's nerf for nothing.
Because what happens is, like, whatever move it does, the baby does the same move at 25% power, right? So let's say you hit for like 100 damage, and then the baby hits for 25 damage, right? But the fucked up thing is that Kangaskhan gets power-up punch, which raises your attack by 1 stage every time you use it. So basically, the Mega Evolution means you raise it by twice every time you use it.
Whoa.
So it pretty much would rip through teams very, very quickly.
Rip and tear.
All right, poison type.
What's the one Ultra Beast that evolves? Naganadel?
No,
Yeah, that one.
That's a good one, but no. They're introducing that to Pokemon Go, by the way.
I saw. We're getting Poipole.
I'm surprised you didn't get this because it's Eternatus.
Oh, is that Gen 8?
It is Gen 8, yeah.
You know, it was on the tip of my tongue, guys.
Honorable mentions to Mega Venusaur, Mega Gengar, Nihilego, Guzzlord, and Okidogi.
Guzzlord. Okie dokie.
Yeah.
Oh, okie dokie. Fuck that thing.
Wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Hold on a second. That doesn't... Guzzlord isn't poison type.
Yes?
It's Dark and Dragon.
Whoever
wrote
this list doesn't count.
Whoever wrote
Throw it
the
out.
honorable... No, well, Eternatus is the one that's on the list. But I'm saying for honorable mentions, Guzzlord is not poison type.
Yeah, you know what? I wonder if they confused it with, like,
I think they confused it with the one that you said.
Arbador.
No.
Oh,
because they put the wrong Ultra Beast. Psychic type.
Alakazam.
It's probably Mega Mewtwo.
Yeah, it's Mega.
Y or some shit like
it's
that.
it's both Mega Mewtwo's.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Mewtwo's already big enough as it is.
Yeah,
Really?
I know.
Does Y get the fighting type, or is that X?
X gets the fighting type, but they're both still psychic type.
Were they in the Pokemon X and Y? Is that why they're called that? Okay.
Yep. Honorable mentions to Ultra Necrozma, Mega Metagross, and the Mega Latios and Latios.
Oh, okay.
Grass type.
Tapu Bulu?
Tapu Bulu was a good one, but no, it's Mega Sceptile.
Tapu Bulu sounds like a kind of like a curry dish or something.
It was more Hawaiian than...
Yeah.
Mega Sceptile is nasty. Honorable mentions to Mega Venusaur, Celebi, Shaman, Zarude, and Mega Abomasnow.
That motherfucker.
All right, ground type.
Geodude.
the true god of Pokemon.
The true.
Because you tripped over him once and fell on your ass.
Groudon?
Groudon, yeah.
Primal Groudon, but yeah. Primal Groudon, yep. Primal Groudon. Honorable mentions to Zygarde Complete Form, Mega Garchomp, Groudon Normal Form, Mega Swampert, and Mega Steelix.
Steelix, all right.
Oh, Steelix is great. I do love... Wait, Mega Steelix gets ground? Oh, Steelix.
It's already ground type.
Yeah. I was confusing it with Metagross for a second.
You're grounded.
Oh, no, Metagross is not on there.
No.
Ice type. It's not a strong type, but what's the strongest ice type?
My boy Baxcalibur?
Baxcalibur's a good one, but no.
No?
I don't even know any ice ones.
You know some ice ones.
I don't know.
Delibird.
Lapras? You know Lapras, right?
Oh,
it's not Delibird.
I forgot.
Definitely not Articuno. How about Curum?
Oh, God, yeah.
Curum is so good, he was the box legendary for both Black 2 and White 2.
You're right.
Huh. Oh, yeah, they made sequels.
Yeah, and both of the box, there was Curum Black and Curum White.
Huh.
Honorable mentions to Ice Rider Calyrex, Curum Normal Form, Baxcalibur, and Mega Abomasnow.
Thanks, Obama Snow.
I literally name every one of my Obama Snows Barack. That's very funny to me. That joke will never not make me laugh.
Fire type.
Mega Charizard?
Yeah, Charizard, the big guy.
Not Mega Charizard, no.
No?
Really?
It is one that's already been on the list.
What?
Oh.
Primal Groudon.
Oh!
You gotta remember, he gets the fire type.
I did
Primal.
not remember he got... You know what? This is killing me because in my stupid Pokedoku this morning, that was one of my... It was like Fire Ground. And I was like, oh yeah, Primal Groudon. That's gonna be perfect.
I have up there somewhere, I have a little Primal Groudon figure that is this little tiny figurine that was like my nephew's stuff that was going to be thrown away, and I rescued him just so he could sit on the shelf.
Oh.
Okay. Honorable mentions, by the way, to Ho-Oh, Reshiram, both Mega Charizards, and Mega Blaziken.
Blaziken.
You know, it's interesting. They're going just by base stats, but if we're going by competitive viability, Mega Blaziken's the strongest. Because of the speed boost ability.
Fire Chicken.
Arise Chicken. Rock type. I will tell you that this is a tie, so we'll see if you get either of them.
Let's see.
And I'll give you they're both Mega Evolves.
Both Megas?
Yeah, they're both Megas.
Mega
Tyranitar.
Yes, Mega Tyranitar, yes.
Hey, all right.
Tied with Mega Diancie.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Diancie.
I love Mega Diancie. She's great.
Maya that is if you really just want to stunt on them with this ballroom gown looking motherfucker. Honorable mentions to Mega Aggron. No, Mega Aggron is not rock type.
What?
Aggron's rock type, but it loses the rock type when it Mega Evolves. It is pure steel type, and also Tyranitar and Diancie as well.
Hey.
Okay,
right.
Dragon type.
Oh fuck! Is this gonna be another Mega?
Hold on, let me explain to One Piece Addict. This is a monthly podcast that me and Jesse and Elise do. Where we just look at list-based stuff on the internet and just have fun and critique it. And it's just a fun, informal podcast that we do.
It's right in the name.
Yeah. Been doing this show since 2011.
Wow.
Yeah.
Been that long.
That's when me and Jesse started it. But okay, strongest dragon type.
Dagron.
What did you say?
Dagron.
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 I think that might be a Digimon.
Okay.
Dagramon. Yeah.
It's really obvious.
Oh god.
What is the one that is
like all the dragon types?
Okay. What is the one that is banned from every single
Christ. Rayquaza. Mega Rayquaza.
Mega Rayquaza is not allowed in any competitive format.
Nope.
Moogle, I was on the same wavelength as you.
Trogdor.
Man.
Honorable mentions are Ultra Necrozma, Zygarde Complete Form, Mega Salamence, Mega Garchomp, Mega Latios, Mega Latios, Kyurem White, Kyurem Black, and Eternatus. There are a lot of strong dragon types. Water type. What is the strongest water type?
Blastoise.
Oh, no.
No, definitely not Blastoise.
This is going to stunt on us again. It's going to be like Primal Kyogre.
It is Primal Kyogre.
Bastard.
It is Primal Kyogre. Those primal forms are brutal.
So what is primal? I know the mega thing.
It's the same thing as a Mega Evolve.
But just
it was specifically for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. They wanted to give them primal forms.
They got their own special form.
Yep. Honorable mentions to Palkia, Kyogre, Palafin in hero form, and Mega Gyarados and Ash Greninja.
Really? Hero form Palafin is that beastly?
Gyarados.
Yeah, that's why you swap it in, swap it right out. You get that hero form. It's stat Skyrite. It's got a base stat of 650.
Oh,
come on!
I had no idea.
Okay, so this one is a four-way tie. So you stand a good chance here to get the strongest bug type.
Okay. I'm trying to think because it's mostly been megas and extra evolved ones.
I will give you a hint. One of them is a legendary, and the other three are all Mega Evolves.
Mega Big Dick B.
Big Dick B. There is a Mega Beedrill. Hold on, there is a Mega Beedrill, but it's not on. And those are two of them. Heracross and Mega Pinsir are both on there. So, yes.
I know that one.
The other two would be Mega Caesar, and Genesect.
Genesect. It's
Genesect.
the only
I thought you would get
bug-type
Genesect.
legendary.
Yeah, it's the only bug legendary.
Sega Genesect.
Sega Genesect.
And they're kind of cool because you can put the disc drives in them, which is just
To
makes
change
it more Sega-like.
change up the moves a little.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honorable mentions to Buzzwole, Pheromosa, Slitherwing, Volcarona, Golisopod, and Centiskorch.
Slitherwing is cool.
All right, Dark type.
Oh,
What's
the one that looks like a
Mega Houndoom?
Mega Houndoom is a good incorrect guess.
Damn.
All right, here's the hint. It's already been on the list.
Oh.
Tyranitar?
Primal Groudon.
No, it's fire and ground. Mega Tyranitar is the strongest dark type. Honorable mentions to Yveltal, Hoopa Unbound, Mega Gyarados, Ash Greninja, Mega Houndoom, Hydreigon, and Zarude. All right.
So stupid.
We have another tie here. A three-way tie for the strongest steel type. Hey, EB.
Dialga! It's not
EB says
Dialga,
whatever the...
but I love him. That's my favorite Pokemon.
EB says whatever the list is about, their guess is Gardevoir.
Yeah. Gardevoir
No,
is
it's
great.
not Dialga, unfortunately. I do like Dialga a whole lot myself. Hey, the first Dialga I ever got in Pokemon Go was a shiny, by the way.
Oh, nice.
First one I ever
I got
got.
a shiny of the primal.
Not Prime, Origin form.
Oh, here we go.
Origin form.
All right, hang on. Let me actually
Steel
think about
type.
this
Steel
one.
type. Think steel type.
Steelix.
Mega Metagross.
You would think that it would be Metagross or Steelix, but it's you got to remember the new guys. Well, actually, Metagross is one of the three that's tied. It's just not pictured. The other, Zacian and Zamazenta.
I really need to finish Sword and Shield.
Crown Sword, yeah, but normally they're not steel type, but when they're holding the proper items, they are. So, yeah, Crown Sword, Zacian, Crown Shield, Zamazenta, and Mega Metagross. Honorable mentions to Dialga, Solgaleo, Duskmane, Necrozma, Zacian, Zamazenta, and Mega Aggron. The Zacian and Zamazenta normally aren't steel type, so they shouldn't be in there. All right. Fighting type.
Ooh, Hitmonchan? Is that one?
Hitmonchan.
That's a good one.
No, Hitmon. It is a fighting type, but boy, does it suck.
Mega Metacham?
Wait. You know Mega Metacham is weak.
It is, but there was another Mega it was Mega Mewtwo.
Yes, X. Yes, Mega Mewtwo X.
Oh, Jesus.
The one that's ugly as sin.
It is real. I liked it better than the other one. Just looked like a fetus.
I bet he's
No,
very lumpy.
I like the fetus one more than the Popeye one.
It's the strangest thing I've heard all day. I like the fetus one.
Better than the Popeye one. Honorable mentions to Crown Shield, Zamazenta. Koraidon is Koraidon a fighting type?
Yeah, I think it is.
I thought it was Dragon Fire.
Koraidon is fighting dragon.
Yeah. Zamazenta, Mega Blaziken, and Mega Lucario.
Oh, Mega Blaziken.
Hey,
Yeah.
Okay, we have a 5-way tie for this next
That's
one.
not fair.
5-way tie for this. Well, it's really a 4-way tie, but it's ghost type. What is the strongest ghost type according to this?
Ghost types. Was it going to be like probably? Oh, is it one of Giratina's? Is it altered form Giratina?
Both of them are on there. Giratina altered form and Giratina origin form are both on there. So yes.
Okay.
Also, Lunala, Dawnwings Necrozma, and Shadow Rider Calyrex.
Would have gotten none of those.
Yeah, I never got to the end of Sword Shield, so I didn't even meet Necrozma yet.
Necrozma's Sun and Moon.
Well.
Yeah. It's Gen 7.
My bad.
The Dawnwings Necrozma was the box legendary for Ultra Moon.
Even I knew that.
Yeah. And yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not.
Yeah. Okay.
I have that up here.
Honorable mentions, by the way, Mega Gengar, Hoopa Confined, Marshadow, and Dragapult.
I was trying to think of Gengar.
Gengar.
He looks kind of cool.
Everybody likes Gengar, though. He's
wow.
fucking awesome.
I never realized that the Necrozma forms were
That's Gen
on
7.
Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
Yeah, I mean,
Whoops.
technically Necrozma started. He was just Psychic type, though, in Sun and Moon. And then the additional types where he kind of absorbs the other two legendaries, and then the Ultra Form, or Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Okay, flying type.
Oh,
Mega Pidgeot.
It isn't Mega Pidgeot. That would be cool, though. But imagine if
there's a Mega Pidgeot?
There
Oh,
is a
there
Mega
is.
Pidgeot, and it's got a really good ability, too.
Yeah.
No guard.
I don't know.
Okay, well, it's obvious.
Am I gonna be mad about it?
You really are going to be mad about it.
What am I forgetting?
What is the strongest of all the Pokemon?
Oh my god, it's stupid! The Dragon Man
Yes,
again!
Mega Rayquaza again.
Oh,
it's the
I forgot he
strongest.
had the flying on that.
That's the one that's banned in every competitive meta. You are not allowed to use Mega Rayquaza in any tournament.
Man,
He's just
that
too
sucks.
good. And it's Dragon and flying. I mean, one good shot of Ice Beam and he's dead, but you're not going to get the chance.
Yeah.
Honorable mentions to Mega Salamence, Lugia, Ho-Oh, Yveltal, and Rayquaza.
Oh, I know that one.
All right. And our we only have 2 more types here. Our penultimate type is the electric type. You don't normally think of electric types as being strong.
Yeah, they got pretty.
And by the way, I
high-
looked into it. Koraidon is not fighting type. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking on that.
Really?
It's fire and dragon. I don't know what was going on with
It
that.
literally says on Bulbapedia, it's
Really?
dual type fighting dragon.
Fighting. What am I thinking of? Did I? You know what? I'm looking at the wrong guy. Never mind.
Ah,
I'm
okay.
looking at the wrong dude. All right.
All right.
but
Well, if you
electric
said
type. Electric type.
Koraidon, then maybe this one's Miraidon.
Miraidon is one of the honorable mentions.
Ooh, drag.
Oh, I'm trying to think.
Electric.
You know in Pokemon Go when you can like pick your team. What's the
Yeah.
electric one?
It's not Zapdos.
Zapdos.
It's not Zapdos. No.
Oh, Mega Zapdos.
There's
Primal
no-
Zapdos.
No,
Is it
no.
Mega Ampharos?
That is
Those
also
luscious locks?
a honorable mention.
Huh.
I don't. Mega Ampharos may have high stats, but it is not good.
No, it's just beautiful.
It's pretty and it's got high stats, but
Pikachu.
it is not strong.
Oh,
You ready? I'm gonna tell you.
do it.
Zekrom.
Really?
Zekrom.
Ah.
Zekrom.
Zekrom, the poster child for Pokemon Black version, which by the way I'm
Yeah.
playing on Wednesday afternoons. You guys got to come by. It's a great time.
But it was
Plug.
box legendary for white though.
Oh, that's right, because it was reversed.
They've
No, I'm
inverted it.
thinking of Kyurem Black. Yeah, and also Zeraora is in there as an honorable mention as well.
Ah.
Our final type, Fairy type.
Thank God.
A lot of strong Fairy types.
EB, how about Mega Gardevoir?
Mega Gardevoir EV, I'm happy to tell you, is an honorable mention.
Oh,
Hey.
wasn't
By the way,
even
did you
aware of
know
Fairy
that
type.
I have EB as a named Pokemon in Pokemon Go is my shiny Gardevoir.
Oh, that's
Hey.
nice. That's awesome. Gardevoir's so good.
I don't know
alright,
any
hang
fairy
on.
types at
You don't know-
all.
Yes, you do.
I do.
Yeah.
Which
A
ones
bunch of
do
them
I?
got retroactively
Jigglypuff?
turned into fairy types.
Jigglypuff is fairy? Not in the
Yeah.
game I played.
That fairy type didn't exist.
Fairy.
Yeah.
Um.
A lot of the Pokemon got retroactively changed to Fairy type.
Oh.
Mega Diancie?
I think that's an honorable mention. Yeah, it's close. It's the
That
second
one's
highest.
pretty beastly.
Mega Diancie has the second highest stats of all the fairy types. Okay, I'm gonna give you a hint here.
I'm dying.
What
Have we
does
seen it already?
no? Well, yes, but yes, actually. What does every scrubby kid on Pokemon Showdown make a team of 6 of these guys?
I've seen you
Fucking-
play it.
Dogs.
Yes, the dog. Yes, exactly. It's Crown Sword
Sword
Zacian. Yeah, Sword Dog. Exactly.
Oh,
Sword dog.
Yeah, if you play on like any meta that like doesn't have rules or whatever, you're gonna run into these like 15-year-old kids that make a team of 6 Zacians,
Hmm.
And
It's
then
a dog with a sword in his mouth.
Yeah, and then they don't understand why they lose because they're just like, he's the strongest guy. I made 6 of them. How could I lose? Honorable mentions to Mega Diancie, Xerneas, Zacian, and Mega Gardevoir.
Oh, Xerneas is pretty okay.
You got a couple in there.
There's a reason we call Xerneas the Jesus deer.
Yeah.
Dude is a beast. Fun list. I know Jesse was like, oh no. But out of 18 Pokemon types, I will, you know what? We'll go with the 15 original types.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah,
go.
there were some that I was
I'll
just
go
like,
16 because I had fun.
There you go.
Not knowing anything.
That's why it's good to have multiple people, because I'm sure there'll be things that were Elisa's going to be like,
I
Can't
don't
wait.
know.
and Jesse's going to be like, it's my time now. All right, here's a list from Alice, or submitted from Alice, which is from GameRant.com. Yes, I know links are
Gamerant.
spooky. Open it. Yeah, GamerRant, exactly. 10 games that started development as other projects.
Oh.
Okay.
Ooh, I hope I get surprised by these.
Okay, so we'll make a little game out of this as well. I'll give you the game. I'll tell you what it is, and if you know what it started as, just shout it out.
Oh.
Number 10, this is going old school here, Donkey Kong.
Popeye.
Yes, it was started as a Popeye game. They didn't get the
Oh.
license.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't get the license. If you think about it, like Pauline was going to be Olive Oil, Donkey Kong himself was going to be Bluto.
Ludo, yep.
Yeah.
That makes
And then there was an actual Popeye game, and
Yep.
it was okay.
It was fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 9 is Sleeping Dogs.
Whole
Oh.
game.
Yeah.
Oh, it started as something else? I didn't know
It
this.
started as a entry into a somewhat popular series.
Grand Theft Auto?
No, you're not far off there. It started as True Crime Hong Kong.
Oh. It's like
Yeah.
I know True Crime Streets of L.A.
Yep, and there was True Crime New York City,
Yeah.
and this was going to be like True Crime Hong Kong, but it became its own thing.
Oh. Huh. News to me.
All right, number 8, Final Fantasy 15.
Oh, it doesn't feel like a
Well,
Final Fantasy.
If anybody remembers what the first trailer was, you should know this. Because they showed a
it's
trailer
bugging
for a
me.
game that had been in development hell for a long time, and they showed the
Yeah.
logo, and then the logo transformed into Final Fantasy 15.
Final Fantasy 15.
It was originally called Final Fantasy Versus 13.
First,
Oh.
I knew it was in the
Yeah.
13 series, but
It
there was a
was-
whole bunch of canceled 13s.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, none of them were actually canceled.
Well,
There was
changed.
supposed to be
Repurposed?
there was because Agito 13 became Final Fantasy Type 0.
Type 0.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right, number 7, Assassin's Creed.
Oh, I didn't know this one.
Huh.
I thought it just started out as Assassin's Creed.
I'm looking to see what Oh, you guys,
Oh,
look
that's
at
sick.
the Discord and look what EB posted, the human Xerneas.
I like that one.
That's badass though.
Whoa.
Okay, so Assassin's Creed started out as a Prince of Persia game.
Okay, that makes sense.
It makes perfect sense, right?
Yeah. By the way,
Okay.
have you seen the new Prince of Persia? It looks dope.
It does look pretty dope, yeah. All right, number 6 is Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Oh, that just
12
started out as like
12
a
Tales.
normal
Yeah.
platformer.
Yep, and Jesse just said the title, 12 Tales Conquer 64.
Conquer 64.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, number 5 is 50 Cent Blood on the Sand.
It started as something else? Damn.
Yep.
How
Believe it or
come he
not.
had more than one game?
Oh,
Yeah.
was it? I
This-
hope it was a triple X game.
No. It was originally called Covert 1.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Then 50 Cent was like, yoink.
Well, especially since his first game didn't do so well,
Yeah.
and then Blood on the Sand was actually kind of decent. All right, number 4. This is a big one. The Last of Us.
Oh.
Oh, Resident Evil?
You would think so, but no. Think way fucking weirder than that.
Deadly Premonition?
No.
No,
Okay.
if you're saying weird, this is
I'm
Naughty Dog.
Yes, it's Naughty Dog. I want you to think
Oh.
about the developer here. It's really way weirder than you think.
Mm.
It's weirder than that,
fucking
Mogul.
Jack and Daxter?
It did start as a Jack and
What?
Daxter game.
Oh,
What?
Yes.
oh.
Yes.
Like they were going to be like super dark.
Yeah,
Jack and
I
Daxter.
know.
Oh,
It started
no.
out
I
as an
mean-
idea for a Jack and Daxter IP, and then it eventually
Ah.
morphed into The Last of Us somehow.
And now it's like a
So
critically acclaimed TV show.
The TV show was really good.
I know that Jack and Daxter got like darker and Nintendo hard as it went along.
Yeah,
Like,
darker but not
I
dark.
100% completed the first game.
Darker
Yeah,
but not dark. Hey,
That's
look,
how I'd put it.
hey,
It
Not
got
that
darker.
One
but
Piece.
eased off.
Crash Bandicoot was a much closer guess than a lot of people said.
Yeah.
To be
Yeah.
fair. All right, here's a big one is Doom.
Some kind of Wolfenstein?
No.
Oh, I don't know.
No, you're not like too far off from the way they were thinking, but I'll give you a hint. It was originally
Busy
it
Town.
it was originally supposed to have a license like Donkey Kong,
Oh.
and then they didn't get the license, and EB just got
Oh.
it. It was Aliens.
Oh. Oh.
Wow,
Okay, that
cool.
makes sense.
It was going to be an Aliens game, and they didn't get the license.
Wow. Okay.
All right, number 2 is Far Cry.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
I have no clue.
It,
Huh.
Well, yeah.
Interesting. I didn't
So
know. I didn't
it
know.
started
Far Cry.
out the original title. It was based on a tech demo. It was going to be called Exile Dinosaur Island.
Uh,
Oh.
Obviously, Far Cry does not have dinosaurs in it, but
Should.
Or if it did.
it did. That would be great, right?
Yeah.
And number 1 is Overwatch.
Oh, I know. Was it actually going to be a good game?
Ooh.
Sorry, I had
I will
to.
tell you that it was going to be a completely different genre.
Oh.
I wish.
Puzzle game.
I would totally have played it if it were a puzzle game.
Yeah.
Watch the puzzle
Shots
game.
fired. No, Overwatch started as an MMO called Titan.
Oh.
So
Sounds
I feel like-
boring.
So what One Piece is actually the closest on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
All right.
Overwatch could have been good if they actually made a single player campaign and focused on like the character development because they had some cool characters and interesting character like development, right?
I
But
gotta
it just
be
didn't mean jack shit.
I gotta be real with you. As soon as I found out a game does not have any single player content, I am not interested.
Agreed.
I agree.
I'm
don't
completely
like
checked out at that
playing-
point.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so out of 10, that was I gotta give that a 10. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
I-
cool.
I
I
agree,
didn't
that
know
was a
I
good
didn't
one.
know all of those. I certainly didn't know The Last of Us was a
even,
Yeah.
even the ones I knew were still fun to
Exactly.
know. You know?
Yeah. I think that was an enjoyable list.
Yes.
Who sent
Okay.
that one in? Give
That
yourself a pat on
Alice submitted that
Alice,
one.
give yourself a pat on the back.
Little pat on the back.
Yeah, a little pat as a treat. Also submitted by Alice is the 11 scariest prehistoric animals.
Oh,
Oh.
this
So-
yes.
So how scary can this first one be when it's called number 11, the Dunkel Osteus?
are they
Frickin'
based?
Dunkel.
Are they basing it on how they proposed they looked as like an alive creature, or
I
as the fossil?
don't
Because as
really.
the fossil, Dunkleosteus are kind of fun.
I know, but the name is goofy. Is just what I'm
Yes,
pointing out. It's a 33-foot long armored fish with giant scissor teeth that self sharpen. So
Oh my god.
yeah,
There's always
Yeah,
a big.
it's-
It's
Evie,
always-
it's spelled the fossil is spelled wrong.
yeah. Number 10 is Helicoprion. So Helicoprion is basically like, what if a shark had sex with Ridley Scott's Alien?
Oh
That's kinda
jeez,
scary.
man.
That's pretty scary.
You know, that's basically what happened.
Some Geiger shit.
Pretty much, yeah. Like it's
Ooh.
got this like jaw that just unravels with the crazy teeth and everything.
Oh.
Number 9 is Arthropleura.
Hmm.
Oh, I wish I hadn't looked at that picture.
Why?
Oh God, because it's an 8-foot long millipede.
Oh lord, you are not cool with millipedes.
No, I'm not cool with anything with more than just like a couple of legs. You know, anything more than 8 legs is really pushing it.
No.
That does not
8.
bother me, but I understand.
Ugh.
I
Alright.
stopped before 8.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Number 8 is called the Smilodon.
That's just a
Oh.
big cat.
Smilodon.
nice.
It's a saber-toothed cat, so that's
Oh,
obviously
cool.
going to be pretty ferocious, right?
Big friggin' fangs.
Yeah. Number 7 is called Leviathan Melville. And I'm going to have to read
Hold up.
this because I don't have a picture for this one, but apparently it is named after the biblical Leviathan.
Oh,
Ooh.
It had 40 teeth, which were all 14.5 inches long.
Ooh.
It's basically what if Moby Dick had a mega evolution.
Oh no. It has some
number-
serious chompers.
Yeah. Leviathan is a beast I have battled. Yeah, when you're hanging out with archangels at the McDonald's, you know. Number 6 is Spinosaurus. I already know Spinosaurus, right?
Yeah,
I mean, I guess if I
wasn't
met
that
one
in
in a
Jurassic
back
Park?
alley, I would be kind of scared, right?
They were really fast. They could swim. They could run. They'll get you no matter what. It was also the largest known carnivorous dinosaur.
Good grief.
Yeah. Number 5 is called, I got to be very, very careful about how I pronounce this, Sarcosuchus.
I think it's Sarcosuchus.
I know.
But
I know.
Sarcophagus.
well, actually,
So basically, well, no, I just being funny.
no, and trust me, I get
It's
it.
basically like if a crocodile had sex with Ridley Scott's Alien.
Oh my god, again.
Cool. You got a lot of those.
Yeah. Very Geiger-esque crocodile.
Mm.
Number 4 is called the Titanoboa.
Big
Nice.
snake.
You could
Big
understand, yeah, just from the word Titanoboa, big snake. It was
Yeah, ugh.
42 feet long. Dark chocolate is a natural appetite suppressant. As a matter of fact, one of the biggest dieting hacks, if you can stick to it, is to eat a very small piece of dark chocolate about 30 minutes before you're going to eat a meal. You will eat less. The unfortunate thing is it's hard to just eat like a
Chocolate
tiny
tastes
little
terrible.
piece of dark chocolate. So
Oh, big ass snake. That's the
Yeah.
technical
yeah,
term.
big ass
Ah.
snake. Yeah. Number 3 is Gigantosaurus, so big lizard.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just self-explanatory.
Again, do not
Yeah.
want to run into in a back alley.
It had a 5.2 foot long skull with 64 8-inch long compressed and serrated teeth made for slicing through flesh.
I don't want to run into it in a front alley.
No alleys for the Gigantosaurus.
Number 2 is the Megalodon.
Oh yeah,
Okay, again,
it's
Big
real.
shark.
scary, but
Big
all I have to do is get out of the water.
Yeah, it's not like the Spinosaurus that'll chase you still, right? Just when you thought it was safe to get back in the water.
No.
And number 1, the number 1 scariest prehistoric animal is the Jacalepterus, which
Oh.
is a huge
Oh.
sea scorpion.
No,
Oh.
I
Oh, good
disagree.
grief.
That's just a Eurypterid.
I mean,
And I have a plush one of those.
I know- yeah, I know,
Like,
but
that's
I mean,
not scary at
a lot
all.
of people just don't want to deal with an 8-foot long scorpion.
That's
Yeah,
true. Like,
That's
I don't
not
want
cool,
to.
man.
But again, this is another one that's like all I got to do is get out of the water, and it's not going to bother me any. I like Eurypterids
they
are
can-
the state
they
fossil
can-
of New York.
It is said that they could crawl ashore.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I could probably run.
Yeah.
Probably, right?
Yeah, probably though.
How
Only
big?
probably.
How big
Can't
was
make any
it?
Yeah,
guarantees.
terrible lizard king. Okay, out of
Yeah, they are.
11, what do you guys say though? This is interesting.
I want to say like a 7 because I feel like some
Seven-
of those for
7,
me
11?
were not particularly scary.
7,
I'm
11.
thinking 8. Some of them seem dangerous, but maybe not like spooky scary.
Well, I don't think that we're ever going to be spooky scary. It's not like it's
Unless they're ghosts.
they're not. Yeah, they're not. Well, they are technically ghosts, I guess. I got
Ooh.
another one from Moogle here, and this is going to be one that's interesting. This is from thegamer.com. 15 RPG games that are totally overrated and 15 that are worth a second look.
Oh, okay.
So
Final Fantasy
I don't
VII.
know. We
So
did
the-
how the
yeah.
gamer did
So-
with like weak Pokemon.
yeah. We're going to alternate here between overrated and underrated. So number 30, overrated, is Final Fantasy 14. Yes, thank you. Finally,
So
somebody
yeah,
said
I
it.
agree. I'm
It's
sorry.
online,
just
so
don't
I
like
do not
MMOs,
care.
man.
Not only that, but everybody talks about how great the story is. So I'll like watch a stream just to see, and it's just like, yeah, if you like reading novels, yes.
Thank
I
you
just-
for reminding me, EB.
FF7.
Michael's copy was delivered today.
Well, me and
So-
EB on weekends, recording Final Fantasy VII for my YouTube.
Sweet.
And yes, we've referenced that many times, Jesse.
Oh,
Sorry.
cool.
All right,
Can't wait.
number 20 for underrated Fallout 2. I think June is applauding somewhere and doesn't know why.
Oh.
June's just like, yes.
like,
I don't know what
my
I'm...
nose is itching. Is somebody talking about me?
I don't know why I'm applauding, but I am.
All the hairs went up on their back of their neck.
Yes. She's just like happy for no reason. And that's a good thing.
I've actually played Fallout and Fallout 2, and yeah, they're fun.
This one's a blow. Number 28, they're saying overrated Super Mario RPG.
Ooh.
Oh, no. It's easy, but it's fun.
I could say some good things about Super Mario RPG that would make you appreciate it more than you have, and one of them is out of all the SNES RPGs that I've ever played, and I played a lot of them, it has the best translation.
That's very true.
It is a funny game.
Yeah. And the fact that it doesn't ever feel like a game that was written in Japanese and then translated to English. It feels like it was written in whatever language you're reading it in because it was really well done. It's a fun game. I would not say it's overrated now.
No,
I would say that it's
praise.
It's appropriately rated.
It's appropriately rated, yeah.
Underrated Paper Mario, gotta agree.
Okay, definitely.
Nobody talks about the first Paper Mario because it's wedged between Super Mario RPG and Thousand Year Door.
Yeah,
but it is very good.
It's a dope game.
Thousand Year Door is one of my all-time favorites.
I was gonna stream Thousand Year Door like a for Flashback Fridays, and then we found out the remake's coming out, so we're just gonna wait for the remake. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
Can't wait to see some more.
Okay. So here it is. Overrated Final Fantasy VII.
Yes.
Okay, so here's the thing. Is it overrated? Yes.
Yes.
Does that mean it's bad? No, it's still fucking awesome.
I feel like
it's still
a very competent game.
Great game.
Again, I feel like it's merited. Like it's people like it because it's good.
People like it because it's good, but it's overrated because it's often called like the greatest RPG of all time, and it's not that.
It does get jerked off a little more than it needs.
That's very subjective.
It's a little bit over the top. I would say it's a good game. I would even go so far as to say it is a fantastic game, but it's not the greatest Final Fantasy. You know what I mean?
No. That would be 6.
Yeah, it's 6 tactics. Just saying.
I agree.
Underrated. Secret of Mana? How is Secret of Mana underrated when I'm the only one that dislikes it?
Uh-oh. I think it's fine.
I'm the only person that thinks this game sucks, and they're saying it's underrated.
Oh, no.
How is it underrated if everybody likes it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's good.
Everybody likes it.
It's not great.
Yeah, but how is it underrated?
Yeah.
Maybe because
I
not
feel
enough
like
people are talking about it.
Has a very positive connotation. Like, people know it and like it.
Yeah, exactly. EB's like, and before they say Earthbound is underrated, like everybody fucking loves that.
No, like,
All
yeah.
right.
I know you're not a big Earthbound fan, but I love that game.
I do kind of hope Earthbound is in the overrated list.
It is overrated. I mean, all right, number 24 for overrated is Fallout 3. Really?
Ooh, the first the 3D one.
I might see where they're coming with if you're used to Fallout being a certain thing, and then it's like, hey, here's Morrowind with guns. But it's still like really good, isn't it?
Was it based off the Morrowind engine?
Yes.
Okay.
Or I'm sorry. Well, yeah. I mean, every Bethesda game is that same engine, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
Number 23. Oh, this is a weird one. Well, okay. I might be too close to the subject on this. They're saying that Suikoden 2 is underrated.
Oh.
Now, most people that I know say that Suikoden 2 is like one of the greatest games of all time.
Yeah.
Whoa.
My experience playing through all 5 of them is that I actually like the first one more.
Ooh.
I would say that the first Suikoden is the masterpiece. Suikoden 2 is close. You know what I'm saying? It's almost there. But overall, how many times do people like? I think I'm too close to it because I've played it. A lot of people haven't. It is not.
I haven't played any of them.
It is not as well known as it deserves to be. So I would have to agree that in that sense that it is underrated because it's not. It doesn't show up on a lot of top 10 lists, you know.
True. Okay, I'll give it that.
Yeah. You thought it was DLC for Fallout 3? I think it might have started as DLC for Fallout 3. Number 22 for overrated. Okay, now hands are going to be thrown because they have chosen Chrono Cross to be overrated.
Overrated?
Overrated.
How
Yeah,
is it
wait.
overrated when
Okay,
everybody talks about how it's not as good as Chrono Trigger?
Yeah, I feel like if they put Trigger as overrated, I would be mad about it. But I could see where they were coming from. Chrono Cross?
I think Chrono Cross is underrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
People
yeah,
don't-
I'd say so.
All anybody does is compare it to Chrono Trigger when, yes, it is the sequel to Chrono Trigger, but it is also its very own thing.
Yeah, you don't need to play Trigger to play Cross.
No, it enhances your enjoyment, but you can just
Yeah.
play Chrono Cross on its own. So that's a pretty brain dead take, to be honest.
Big L.
Number 21 for underrated is Golden Sun. What? How can Golden Sun be underrated when everybody jerks it off?
I'm gonna say everybody's like clamoring for that one to.
I don't know.
And frankly, I
And
like
I'm
it because
and I'm gonna be honest.
locked in that one.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't like it.
Oh.
I think it's overrated.
I started it. I enjoyed it. I
It's-
got soft locked, and I rage quit.
It's exciting for like a little while until it gets tedious.
I think it's appropriately rated for me.
I think that the story is extremely tedious. I think that the dungeons are very fun. The puzzles and stuff, like where it gets a little bit like Alundra-ish in a way, you know, that's a lot of fun. But the actual like story and battles is just dull to me. Number 20 for overrated is Pokemon. What, like the whole series?
Oh, go for
Yeah,
it.
all of it,
Yeah.
including
Sorry.
Snap.
Including.
Like, no, I don't agree with this one.
So
And I am
they're
biased.
they're
I will admit my bias.
So they're
but,
saying that it's boring as an adult. Like we just spent how long talking about Pokemon?
right? No, like
Isn't it-
in fact, I think that the newer games are just more fun as an adult. Like
Yeah.
the most Scarlet Violet had the most interesting storyline out of any Pokemon game I've ever played.
Okay.
So
Well,
Go fuck yourself.
we're gonna step away from making people angry to make June happy for no reason again, because June's just like wondering, why am I happy all of a sudden? And this is why, because they have chosen Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines as underrated, and I think June is just like, why am I so happy all of a sudden?
Again.
Right?
very June. Very June.
Yeah. I know
I've
she
heard
loves
this,
that
this
game.
Has quite the this has quite the cult following.
It does, yeah. But like you said, when you step away from being too close to it and you look at it, nobody really talks about it.
Yeah.
Number 18, Skyrim's overrated? No, it isn't.
Yeah, I think it's appropriately rated.
No.
I
That
just
thing
like
took
it.
time.
But
You know?
Skyrim.
that's just not my style of game.
I mean, if it's not your style of game, you're never going to like that style of game. But
Exactly.
for those of us that do like that sort of game, it's
Yeah.
they nailed it.
There's a reason they've been making it
They-
for the last 20 years.
There's a lot of good
June-
game in that game.
I mean, EB's correct. EB has been waiting for it to come out for their toaster for quite a while, and it's not like a smart toaster; it's like a regular toaster. But I wouldn't put it past them. It'll be like the 30th anniversary edition, not for toasters,
edition.
not for toasters, for EB's toaster specifically. It'll be the only toaster that
The
runs
old
Skyrim.
single solitary toaster.
EB Toaster Edition.
Yeah. Number 17, underrated Wild Arms 3. No comment. I haven't played Wild Arms 3. I
Yeah.
played the first Wild Arms and I did like it. So
I played a little bit of the first one, but
Yeah.
I think I was playing something else and just stopped.
yeah, Wild Arms is cool. I don't really know much
Yeah,
about the third one though.
Yeah.
Old
Maybe that
toasters,
lends itself
toast
to the fact that
Skyrim.
it is underrated then.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Number 16 for overrated is The Witcher. Once again, June is happy somewhere. She's probably like laying in bed playing with her phone, wondering like, damn, I keep getting these like these endorphin rushes and I don't even know why. I haven't played The
haven't
Witcher.
played it. I watched my
I have
husband
it.
play some of it.
The original
Seemed fine.
Witcher.
Just weird sex scenes. Didn't
Yeah,
need
well,
that.
yeah, you don't have to do that though.
I know,
Yeah.
but that's just.
But
You don't have to, but
but
you want
but a
to.
lot of people, will say though with The Witcher is that it got good with the third game, that the first two weren't actually good.
That's what a lot of people say.
that's okay.
Yeah.
That might be it, because I
Number
have only
15
seen three.
for I agree with this one fully, for underrated Skies of Arcadia. This is a game that anybody who's played it knows how good it is, but nobody has fucking played it.
Pirates in the Sky, baby.
Yes, Sky Pirate RPG long before Final Fantasy 12.
Yeah. And I had the Legends version, the GameCube one, and it
Yes.
was also good.
Number 14 for overrated is Kingdom Hearts. I haven't
Oh,
played it, so
I
don't-
enjoy them. They're
It's-
fun for what they
seems
are.
good.
Yeah,
Story is
they're fun.
fucking
Yeah.
weird as
They're
hell.
they're
but
talking
fun
they're
for what
talking
they are.
specifically about the first game.
Oh,
No,
I don't know. I think the first
I
one
like
gets
it.
the rightful amount.
Yeah.
It's the series that gets a little up its own ass.
Well,
Yes.
but that's what it does,
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 13 for underrated is Ark the Lad. Well, it's got to be underrated because nobody ever talks about Ark the Lad.
Was that an anime and then they made it a RPG?
I don't know if it was an anime, but it's like a strategy. It's a series of strategy RPGs on PlayStation. I know the original one started as a Super Famicom game, but then they decided to release it on PlayStation instead. I did see Newfie Banga play the original, and it looked like a good game.
Banga's back.
Banga's back. Number 12 for overrated. Oh God, I'm sorry, June. We made you happy so many times, and now you're gonna shit in rage. Overrated Deus Ex.
Oh.
That's like her favorite game of all time.
Whoops.
Oh.
Well, I never played it, but people talk about it one way or another.
I have heard people talk about it positively.
They're
That's
basically
all I got on
saying that while it was groundbreaking and everything, it doesn't hold up all that well.
It's aged poorly.
I can understand that. It probably could use a good source port.
Yeah, I don't know if I would call it overrated then.
Yeah, that doesn't mean overrated and aged poorly are not the same thing.
Yeah.
No, they are not.
Number 12 for underrated is Grandia 2. Once again, you gotta have to step away. Everybody that has played Grandia 2 loves it, but it wasn't a popular game.
What's weird is I got the soundtrack for Grandia 2 from an ex-girlfriend, and I never played the game and still haven't.
I know who you're talking about, too.
Yeah?
Well, she's the same one that had you trying to play Pokemon Ruby?
Oh, no. This was one before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Number 10. Okay, this one makes me happy because I agree. Overrated Ni no Kuni.
Oh, it looks pretty.
I wanted to love this game. It looked like Dragon Quest and Studio Ghibli had a baby. It plays like a mixture of Dragon Quest and Pokemon. It seems like it's tailored specifically for me. And it was just kind of meh.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? The story's excellent. Great voice acting, incredible animation. The actual gameplay just kind of boring. And then it gets to a certain... Here's the problem. It was a game on the DS that got remade. And once they got past the point where the DS game ended, the quality of it dropped significantly. That's why when we see a bad ending in a game, usually like an old classic game that, with those sucky old endings, somebody in my chat will go, still a better ending than Ni no Kuni. Because holy shit, that ending sucked.
And I heard the set. I zoned out for a hot minute, so I don't know if you were talking about the first one or the second one.
The first one.
Okay.
The second one.
I heard the second one was just not great at all.
The second one starts off like, well, this is way more compelling gameplay wise, right? Because it's like more like an action RPG. You're less passive, but it just gets to be too fucking much. Because they keep introducing more and more mechanics until you finally realizing you're playing about 4 different games at the same time, and none of them are particularly fun.
That's overkill.
Yeah.
Yep.
Number 5 for underrated is Lost Odyssey. Well, I haven't gotten to play this one. I've wanted to play it, but I never managed to get a copy of it. It's a JRPG that's exclusive to the Xbox 360.
Oh, well, no wonder I haven't played it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've heard good things, though. Number 10 for overrated is World of Warcraft.
You know what? I'll agree with that one. But I'm also biased because I don't like MMOs.
I don't like MMOs either, so yeah.
Me neither.
Number 7 for underrated is Persona 3. I get where they're coming from on this.
I disagree how anybody can think any Persona title is underrated.
No, I see where they're coming because whenever anybody starts talking about Persona, they're usually talking about 4 or 5. And I think that maybe because this is like from last year, this list, they're not accounting for the remake of Persona 3 that just came out, and that's why Persona 3 is super hot right now. But before that, I get where they're coming from.
Yeah. I think Michael's playing this one as well. He's got like three different RPGs going at
Yeah.
the exact same time right now.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Damn. Number 6, overrated Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time? Not so much.
I don't know. I think
that's
it's
merited.
worthy of the
It's
crazy amount of praise.
yeah,
I
it's
guess.
pretty appropriately rated. It was a really good game. Now, it is true that I haven't gone back to it in like quite a while, but I played the hell out of it.
Like, there are
Okay.
Zelda games I like more than Ocarina, but I'll still say objectively it's one of the
Yeah.
best games of all time.
It's really good, yeah. Number 5 for underrated is Vagrant Story. Nobody ever talks about this game, so yeah. Nobody ever talks about Vagrant Story.
So maybe it is underrated.
It totally is, yeah. The graphics are pretty dire.
Mm.
The graphics are pretty dire, but it's a good game though.
Good game is a good game.
Number 4. Okay, we're gonna make June happy again. For overrated, Planescape Torment.
I have no idea what that game
I
is. Unfortunately.
fully
Yeah.
okay. So Planescape Torment is like if the subreddit for I Am 15 and Deep was turned into a video game.
No, no.
It is so far up its own ass that it doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, who are you? I think it's bad. I know June hates it with the burning passion of 1,000 dying suns, but
Whoa.
if you were the right age when you played it, and maybe you were a little goth and pretentious, you might think this is like the greatest thing ever.
You just don't get it, man.
Exactly.
You just don't get it.
Yeah. For when you confuse good writing and just a lot of words.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 3 for underrated is The Legend of Dragoon. Yeah, this game has seen more appreciation recently, but it was definitely underrated in its time.
It is good. It's fun.
Yeah. It was very long.
Yeah.
It's very long.
Sony
but
really put a lot of hours into it.
Sony, you got a lot of game for your money on that one. For me, this is like, okay, well, I pretty much fucking hated Final Fantasy VIII, so it was nice to have like a nice long RPG to play, in that time period.
Yeah, I guess those two came out around the same time, right?
Yeah. Final Fantasy VIII was slightly earlier, but yeah.
Okay.
Number 2 for overrated is Star Ocean: The Last Hope. I don't know much about it, to be honest. I haven't played a Star Ocean.
Which one is that one?
I don't know much about it, but I don't feel like
I think it's
Go
part
ahead.
4. I think it's the more recent.
I feel like that's one of us, because none of us have any particularly strong opinions on it. How is it going to be the ultimate overrated RPG?
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Good point indeed.
And number 1 for the ultimate underrated RPG is Valkyria Chronicles.
Oh, yeah, there's a couple of these, right?
That's some weird shit.
It is.
It's just like, imagine if World War II was fought by anime girls.
Sweet.
boy.
Why not?
That's pretty much what Valkyria Chronicles is.
Like, are they Valkyries? Like, coming in and
I don't know
taking
why it's
down
called
tanks?
that. Well, they do have, it is tank. I mean, it's basically like, just imagine if Advance Wars took itself seriously. Okay, well, out of 30,
30?
I mean, I laughed, I cried, I shit myself.
I shitted and farted.
I shitted and farted.
Shitted and farted.
I'm gonna go right down the middle with a 15 because there was some really truths here, and there was also some egregious bullshit in there.
Yeah.
I'll go with a 20. 20. 2/3.
2/3.
I think I will split the difference with a 17
There you
because some
go.
of them I was like, yeah,
There was
okay,
some-
I really agree with this, and then others I was like,
There was some weird shit
did not hit.
in there.
Interesting
not-
takes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a list here that we're all gonna appreciate because of our age group.
Mhm.
And I know that we're not all in our 40s, but we're close. Some of us, right?
Get there.
Yeah, I know. Hey, being in your 40s ain't so bad. I'm just saying.
Oh no, I'm not.
Yeah.
But this is from Pleated
worried.
Jeans, and the highest of highs, the lowest of lows. That's why That's why I had to split it right down the middle. 40 funny tweets that nail the reality of being in your 40s.
Okay.
So for me and Jesse, this is real, and for Elise, this is what you have to look forward to.
Get ready.
Yeah. All right, number 1, Robert Napier says, "Welcome to your 40s. Now you sing along to songs in the grocery store."
Oh no, it's
Oh.
true.
It is true.
They're playing my jams.
You're like, damn, that's my jam, and you're in fucking Walmart, you know. Number 2, Sweet Mommy says, welcome to your 40s. You now think every car has its brights on.
I
Hey,
swear
but,
they
like,
do.
They do though.
You know, well, they have made the bulbs so much brighter than they used to be, and as a migraine sufferer, fuck them for doing that. I know it's a safety thing, but fuck them, right?
Instant headache.
You heard a song
Yeah.
from Beavis and Butthead and the grocery. Wait, which one was it?
What?
Probably one of the ones that they did the video of, you know.
Yeah.
Number 3, welcome to your 40s. You'll now find gray hairs in places you shouldn't even have hair.
I have yet to find them, probably because I can't see them.
There you go. There you go. Wait, what is a place that you shouldn't have hair? This I want to know. What, like the inside of your mouth? What are you talking about?
Oh, God.
That would be terrible. You have to shave your tongue, you know.
The backs of your eyelids.
Oh, yeah. All right. Number 4, you're 20. Stop eating bread for one day, lose 5 pounds. You're 40. Stop eating for one day, gain 5 pounds.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Mama always said there's cereal on the table. I'll be back in about 2 weeks. That was the Pixar one. All right, number 5. Your 40s are great because you know who you are, but you're still discovering new things about yourself. Like, hey, I now have seasonal allergies. It was like, wow, I guess I can't do that anymore. You know.
Yeah.
Number 6. Morning after a concert in my 40s, and it shows a picture of a woman with the caption saying, everything hurts and I'm dying.
Yeah.
That's why I don't. It's partly why I don't go to concerts anymore. I did used to love going to concerts, but it's a little too much people and a lot too much volume for me right now. It's just as a person who gets migraines, I can't do it anymore. I prefer to watch a concert where I can control the volume.
I definitely take earplugs with me these days.
Yeah.
I don't want to walk away from the concert knowing I'm covered in sweat and none of it's my own.
Well, you can't sweat, so you know.
Yeah.
All right, number 7. I might be in my 40s, but I feel a lot younger until I try to do anything.
Yeah. Good point.
By the way, I got like the greatest compliment on YouTube not too long ago. It was I had mentioned in one of my videos about being a Tolkien fan since the 80s, right? And this one dude says, since the 80s, I thought you were like 30.
Wow.
I'm like, I'm 43, but thank you.
All right.
I have a coworker who came up to me the other day. We were chatting, and he goes, "Are you not 25?" I'm like, "Oh, sweetie, honey,
like,
I was 12 years ago."
Yeah, you give him a hug at that point, right? Like, thank you so
take
much.
it.
You have made my day. And I was like, that is the nicest comment I've ever gotten. All right, number 8 here.
From one of my friends, I asked them, like, how old do you think I look? And she said, you look pretty much the age you are. Like, yeah.
No, that's
Pretty
better.
much, yeah.
That's better than the number being higher, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Mark here, let's see, at number 8. Welcome to your 40s. If you don't find a strange bruise you don't remember getting, one will be assigned to you.
That happened to me like a month ago. I had one on my arm, and I don't know how I got
And
it.
you're like, what the hell? You know, I must have slept wrong or something.
Maybe.
Oh God.
It was like $1 coin.
Evie says they look great for a 75-year-old.
Oh.
Don't we all? Number 9. Welcome to your 40s. You exercise for medical reasons now.
Oh
yeah.
That's real. You do.
That's real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 10. Welcome to your 40s. This is the hairstyle you'll have for the rest of your life. Hey,
No
all
lack
right.
thereof.
Kick ass, right? Oh, number 11. One of my favorite things about being 40 is I can brush just a little nail polish on my nipples, bend over ever so slightly, and ta-da, pedicure. That's
All right.
up. Oh, boy, to paint a picture
To paint your nails.
with your tits.
Yep.
Wow, that's wow.
Impressive.
That's walking with your tits.
Walk with your tits. Walk with your tits. All right, number 12. Welcome to your 40s. Every restaurant, bar, and cool location you used to know is now something else.
Real.
It's more of welcome to late stage capitalism, but okay.
Mm.
Capitalism, am I right?
Yep. Number
Yeah.
13, the most depressing part about having a hangover in your 40s is that no matter how terrible you feel, you somehow look even worse. Oh,
And they last longer.
I don't know. I don't drink that much. I never drank enough to get a hangover, I guess.
Wow, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Number 14, nothing makes women in their 40s feel older than reading the dating profiles of men in their 50s who might want children someday.
What?
Uh,
Yeah,
Oh,
but
God.
yeah, but they're all trying to get dates with girls that are like 32, so.
mhm.
Number 15, me in my 20s, young. Me in my 30s, young and the restless. Me in my 40s, young and the restless leg syndrome.
Hey.
Nice. Number 16, welcome to your 40s. You have no idea why you came upstairs, but if Lose Yourself comes on, you will sing every goddamn lyric without missing a beat.
Real.
That is
Real.
The first part, yes.
Yeah. Well, you could replace it with any old song, you know.
Yeah, true.
By the way, if you ever like, why did I come in here? There's actually a thing that your brain does, and it's the weirdest fucking thing, but your brain sort of reboots every time you walk through a door.
Hmm?
And it's called something like portal syndrome, and it's basically like when you walk through like from one area to the next, you basically have to load the new area, like the layout where
Whoa.
everything is, because if you think about it,
Get outta
especially when you're familiar, like your own, I'm not talking about like in general, I'm talking about in your own space where you live, you know, because you know where everything is. You could walk through a room in the dark without tripping because you know where everything
right.
is. So if you're ever like, man, why did I come in here? Walk back out, and it will probably pop into your head.
Hmm.
Okay, number 17. Welcome to your 40s. The person who described you as old is also in their 40s.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
That's true.
That's like saying, oh, we're all old, aren't we?
Yep.
Oh, maybe you.
Number 18. Welcome to your 40s. You make noises without even realizing it now.
Huh.
That's true.
You're just
Yeah.
walking and you go,
Yeah.
what? Why did I do that?
Like there was an episode of King of the Hill where like Hank said something like, "Well, that's a strange noise. I don't think I've ever made that noise before." All right, number 19. Your teens, I'll just sleep on the floor. Your 20s, I'll just sleep on the futon. Your 30s, I'll just sleep on the couch. Your 40s, is this Tempur-Pedic? I can only sleep on Tempur-Pedic. Preferably sleep number 37.
Oh God, that is relatable.
Ooh, yeah. I feel it.
Yeah.
I feel it.
Number 20. In my 40s, my definition of an epic party is 4 different cheeses on the antipasto tray.
Oh, slow
but
down, man.
Only 4 though?
Yeah, that's a bit. That's not enough. I need at
more.
least 6.
Antipasto.
Number 21. Welcome to your 40s. Clean sheets excite you more than sex. Well, I don't know about that, but usually one follows the other.
Right.
Like both
Yeah.
is good.
Yeah.
I
Usually
do
one follows
enjoy
the
a
other.
clean sheet.
Yeah. Oh man. But like
Freshly made
yeah,
bed.
exactly. All right. Number 22. If you say something super embarrassing as a teenager, I really want young people to know by the time you're in your 40s, you'll still be thinking about it.
Yeah.
It's true.
Shit.
It's true. Sometimes when you're trying to fall asleep and your brain is like, remember that really embarrassing thing you said when you were 15?
Oh, why didn't I just... I can say this, that, and the other thing instead.
Number 23. Welcome to your 40s. You're the old guy or gal at work now. I guess that depends.
Oh,
on
shit,
where
I
you
am.
work at.
I am the oldest
unless
one.
they still
There you
think you're
go.
25, in which case I'm good.
That rules, right? Number 24. Welcome to your 40s. Now one sudden move can stop all sudden moves for a while.
Oh, yeah.
It reminds me of a meme I saw where somebody said where it was like a kid playing in the street and like a fucking semi truck just comes and just destroys, just runs right over him, and then the kid pops right back up and just starts playing again. And then this other guy is just like, I sneezed wrong, now my back hurts.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's not cool. Come on, buddy. Figure it out.
I thought about something about how, like, if you fall down, it's like kind of really devastating. But if kids fall down all the time, they just pop themselves right back up. And I'm thinking, well, I guess they're really close to the ground, though, right?
They're already
They're
vertically challenged.
Yeah, they don't have far to fall. Number 25, welcome to your 40s. Now when you watch action movies, all you can think about is how much property damage they're causing.
I think about, like, I wonder how many takes that took.
Yeah, That's closer.
How many
to the
times
truth.
did they have to blow up a building?
Yeah, you're wondering, was it a mini? Is it CGI?
Yeah.
Can
Can I see it? You know.
Yeah. Number 26. As a kid, I could do math homework on a bumpy bus the morning before school and be fine. Now in my 40s, I get motion sick watching my food turn in the microwave. Oh man, why are you watching your food turn in the microwave?
But you're a sad person.
Do literally anything else.
hungry.
You have a phone. Scroll something.
Even if it's doom scrolling.
Yeah. Number 27. Your best friend. Teens, see them every day or it's over. 20s, you see them most. 30s, you catch up with them the most. 40s, I think they're still alive.
Oh no.
I think the internet has made that not true.
A little more simplified, yeah.
Number 28. 20s, I don't have any weekend plans. Sad face. 30s, I don't have any weekend plans? Question mark. 40s, I don't have any weekend plans.
Hooray!
Hooray! Yeah. The party hat, the dancing, and the champagne. Number 25. Welcome to your 40s. A new cordless vacuum will excite you now. Motherfucker,
Yeah.
That's real though.
That's real.
That would be
We
nice.
just got one, and I'm just. I was enjoying
I
it.
love my Roomba.
I was enjoying. Well,
Oh,
we had
Roomba.
a D-bot and it died.
We did too.
We had the D-bot. We had it for a really long time. It died. We just got it's same company. It's DVAC, and we got the cordless chargeable stick vacuum. And I was having fun. I was like, damn, I ain't vacuumed in a while. I mean, because we had that robot for so long, you know. Buying a new robot would have been too expensive anyway. All right, number 30. 39. I'm sure my 40s will be fine. 40. See, I'm fine. 41. Still doing fine. 42. Need various organs removed. 27. New foods cause heartburn. Facial tectonic plate movement reveals wrinkles overnight. Left knee now predicts rain. Can no longer read without glasses. Dairy hates you.
Oh God, please no.
It doesn't all come down on you at once like that, but
Yeah.
the heartburn thing is very real for me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Heartburn, yes.
Mm.
Dairy and I are still on good working terms.
Well,
Thank you.
Like
Yeah, Dairy and I
I'm
are
on
still-
I'm on prescription strength medication for heartburn, so
Ooh, damn, dude.
I got the GERD, you know.
GERD, yeah.
Number 21, shopping for clothes. In my 20s, I want to look good. In my 30s, I want to be sensible. In my 40s, I don't want to feel any fabric pressing into my body anywhere. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I don't wear fucking jeans anymore, man. I don't want to deal with that chafing with the waist area, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Digs
get
into it.
burns.
It does feel like a burn, yeah. Number 32. Welcome to your 40s when you don't want to get up and pee because you're comfy, but you can't sleep because you gotta pee. That's real.
Gotta
Real.
take a whiz.
That's real.
Think.
Yeah, I better get up.
Yeah.
Number 33. Welcome to your 40s. Your back hurts from sleeping. God damn if that ain't real.
Also real.
Yeah.
Oh, number 34. Welcome to your 40s. When you cough, your lower back hurts and sometimes you pee a little. Well, I can't say that I peed from coughing, but I have.
Yeah.
I have thrown out my back from coughing. That sucked. Well, it was a sneeze actually,
Rip frothing.
and I was in the shower. It sucked.
Oh.
I sneezed in the shower, and then my back went out. It was bad, but I didn't pee a little. Although I guess if I did, it would have been okay because I was in the shower. But
You're in the shower.
but yeah, I didn't. Number 35. Welcome to your 40s. All your favorite songs are now oldies. Yep. And you play.
Yeah.
They play the Hot 20 in the grocery store. Right?
Oh boy.
Number 36. Welcome to your 40s. Everything makes you fart now.
Yeah, thinking about farting makes you fart.
Well, look, that eggplant parm I made, yeah, that got me
Ooh.
going a little bit, but it was worth it.
Ooh, you were beefing all over the place.
Yeah, it was, but it was worth it. Number 37. Welcome to your 40s. Ibuprofen is now the most important meal of the day.
Oh man, I got a huge bottle in the bathroom.
I actually can't. I actually can't take ibuprofen because it
Oh,
gives me
no.
terrible fucking heartburn.
Oh no.
God.
I keep a giant Costco sized bottle.
No,
in my
I
purse.
take a
Oh my God.
leave for that.
Ah.
Yeah, I can't. Tylenol works, but it doesn't last very long. I get like maybe 3 hours of pain relief out of Tylenol. The ibuprofen works if I want to feel like I'm breathing fire.
Yeah.
A leave will give me the full 12 hours of relief without any nasty side effects.
Well, at least you got something you can lean on.
Yeah. Number 38. Welcome to your 40s. The songs that once made you cool as a teenager are now background music for car commercials.
Oh, that's too right.
That's correct. I hate it, but it's correct.
Yeah.
Number 39, welcome to your 40s. You'll be working for 25 more years. Your joints, not so much.
Oh,
Good God. And number 40, which is interesting because it's about being in your 40s, and this is the last one. They say people stop taking risks in their 40s, but we just started a new jigsaw puzzle on our second to last day at the beach.
Oh no. I literally asked my husband to buy the fucking jigsaw puzzle tray at Aldi if he saw it.
I'm going to be honest with you. I actually think I did jigsaw puzzles. Like, I did them when I was young. Now I'm just like, I can't. That's some boring ass shit.
yeah. I'd rather put a controller in my hand.
I'd rather do anything else.
It's one of those, like, we keep one on the table, and, like, as we walk by it, we'll do, like, a piece or two.
Yeah.
Not
Okay.
like
Okay. So
big thing.
I know we normally go later, but I also know that Elise, you got to get out of here soon.
I do, unfortunately.
I think,
yes.
do we have time for one more? You think you could do not as long as that, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
One
so let's,
more short one.
yeah, we'll do it. It's a top 20. It's
Yeah.
also from Pleated Jeans. It
Okay.
is 20. Well, it's 20 plus. So let me actually see how many are actually on here, because it gets a little. Why is it on multiple pages? I hate that shit. All right, there's 22. It's not that big.
Okay,
Why
fine.
don't they just write 22? 20 plus my ass. It's 22 funny stories of times kids broke the rules in a way that made their parents proud.
Oh.
Ooh, okay.
All right. Number 1. What is... okay. No, I guess number 1 doesn't really count because this is the thread start. What is something your child did that was technically wrong, but you were proud of them for doing? All right, so number 2. Had a daughter constantly getting paired up with a kid who was failing while everyone else got to choose their partners. My daughter started doing all of the work and turning it in. The teacher noticed and got on her for not teaching the kid how to do the work. My daughter told her, when you give me part of your paycheck, I'll do part of your job. Oh,
Ooh.
snap. Well, I'm glad that she
Dang.
spoke up for herself. I told her we don't talk to teachers like that. No, I think you should. Because that's some fucked up shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
That is great.
That's good. All right. Number 3, our neighbors had asked my son, who was about 9 to 10 years old, to help her bring some logs inside her house. No compensation mentioned. He was back on his own about 15 minutes later. Apparently, the neighbor was calling him lazy and telling him he was not working fast enough for free. So he left her and her wood and came home.
Good.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
That's not really breaking the rules. That's just not being taken advantage of.
Yeah.
mm-hmm. But maybe it's the whole talking back. I don't know.
It doesn't sound like he talked back. It sounded like he just said nope and just walked away, you know?
You just noped out of there.
Yeah, it's having self-respect, like Alice says. All right,
nice.
number 4. My daughter got in trouble on her second day of kindergarten because she kicked a boy who killed a moth on purpose for fun. My little animal rights activist.
Okay.
Look, I'm not saying you should never kill bugs, but if you're killing them for fun, you might be a psychopath.
That's one step closer, you know?
Yeah. Number 5, probably a common one, but the time he changed our alarm clocks and the clocks in the ovens to 3 hours early on Christmas Eve. He had us up at about 3:30 a.m. Was quite proud as I didn't know he knew how to change either of the clocks. He was 6.
Oh.
That's
All
amazing.
right.
I mean, you can't knock the hustle of, you know, kids getting the presents early.
Mm-hmm.
All right, number 6. At school, my daughter was accused of some minor misdemeanor and was told to apologize. She hadn't done what she was accused of, and rather than apologize wrongly, took a detention. She was not saying sorry for something she didn't do, even if it meant a punishment. She is a top woman.
Wow.
It doesn't say whether or not they gave the presents. They probably did. They're like, well, we're up, you know? Yeah. All right, number 7. My son got in trouble at school for punching another kid in the face. He had been playing with friends when one of them started tripping him on purpose. He tried to de-escalate and walk away, but they followed him and kept pushing him, so he turned around and punched him. Even the teacher said he was reluctant to punish him when she called me. We went and got ice cream after school.
Yes.
See, that's like they tell you, well, just walk away from bullies. Like, no, they fucking follow you. You gotta go for it. Pop them.
They want to see you crack.
Yep.
You know.
Number 8, my son was 5 or 6 and was practicing piano. He kept making the exact same mistake over and over each time he played a song. He had recorded it. It is a digital piano and was just hitting the replay button each time. Smart and lazy. I was so proud. Nice.
That's kind of fun.
I
That's
like it,
clever.
yeah. Number 9, my 2-year My 2-year has kicked two. I think 2-year-old is what they're trying to say. My 2-year-old has kicked 2 nurses, a doctor, and a hairstylist. It's mortifying when it happens, but honestly, I'm proud of her for defending herself from strangers getting all up in her business, even though I know she wasn't in danger. She doesn't know she was safe because it was all new and scary. She's my little Spitfire, and I love her so much. That one's a little sus. You should probably tell your kid to stop kicking the fucking doctor.
Yeah.
What if they just want to kick things?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like, you know? Number 10, she, youngest, was in 7th grade when a classmate told her she was going to blank. Oh, I guess going to hell. We're not allowed to say hell in Play Jeans, apparently, because she wasn't a Christian. She told the girl, and it's some other thing that I'm not supposed to say, but I'm reasoning from context that it's fuck off. I was not happy with the cuss word, but I was happy she stood up to herself against a judgmental, some other word I'm not allowed to say.
Oh.
What is up with that?
Yeah, what's up with the blanks? Come on, man.
Understand the redaction here. Right. Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, okay. I hit next page, and instead of going to the next page, it just loaded more items.
Oh.
So that was confusing to me there. All right, let me scroll back up here. All right, number 11, my son punched a bully at his school after ignoring him for a few days, and the bully never stopped until he finally grabbed him, so my son snapped. He got suspended. I was secretly proud of him. Don't be secretly proud of him. Be openly proud of him.
Be like, good job.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you defended yourself.
Yeah.
You were getting attacked.
That's how you do it, yeah. Number 12, we had to go to an ARD, Admittance Review Dismissal Committee, meeting for my son's annual IEP, Individual Education Plan, updates, changes, etc., when he was in about the 4th grade. The art teacher was there, and she was like, well, I asked him to do this project, and it's technically both wrong and right at the same time.
What?
Huh?
What?
I feel like there's important context that is missing.
That's the teacher's fault in that case.
Yeah. Number 13. They had to create a nighttime cityscape out of squares and rectangles, and his buildings had the yellow squares they were supposed to use for windows floating above the buildings. I was like, I like it. I think it's creative, and even if it's not technically what you asked him to do, he did do it just in his own way. I'm guessing nobody explained to the art teacher that my son doesn't really see things like the rest of us due to his autism. We'd known it, and so had the school for several years by that point. Isn't art supposed to be a little more subjective than that?
You know? I was gonna say art is extremely subjective.
All right.
If it was like paint a dinosaur and you painted a house, that I get.
But I would ask, like, well, okay, so could you explain this and see what the kid's reasoning is? Because I'm sure the kid had some sort of logic for it.
Yeah.
You know, they always do. Number 14, after a teacher pointed it out when what? Oh, this is continued from the last one.
Oh,
wait, hold on. Okay, I don't know why these are numbered all differently. This is all the same story. It's a thread. After a teacher pointed out when she showed us a drawing of a house she'd asked the son to copy, and the windows were floating outside the square box of the main part of the house, and the triangle roof was floating above it with a rectangular chimney floating above that to one side. The door was below the main part of the house as well, so he'd done what she'd asked, just technically wrong according to her. This was the same ARD community meeting where his teacher told us how a son got in trouble for saying bad words on the playground during recess. What did he say? Well, we're going to have to go to number 15 for that. Another kid was hassling him, and the son just told the other kid, don't be a drag, just be a queen. That's really funny. To get him to leave him alone.
That's from that song.
Yeah, I know. I was like, okay, no more listening to Lady Gaga with you in the car, I guess. All right, so that's finally the end of that one. Be a drag. All right, that's good. All right, number 16, when my daughter's high school... So maybe there is only 20. I don't know how this works. When my daughter's high school student leadership, of which she was a part, freshman class president, decided to stage a walkout to demand action on school shootings, some of her friends told her that they wanted to participate, but their teachers were saying they would not be allowed to leave the classroom. That's what a walkout is. You just fucking leave.
Yeah,
you don't ask for
leave.
permission. It's a protest. She asked if they meant they would face suspension or other discipline. Her friends answered, no, our teacher said we wouldn't be allowed to leave no matter what. My daughter said, that's not okay. You aren't a prisoner. If you want to leave and are willing to accept the consequences, the teacher can't lock you in. Then she said, and we'll find out at number 17,
Ooh.
that anyone who wanted to participate but needed moral support should message her, and she would personally come to their classroom and get them. She collected several kids who were too afraid to defy the teacher and walk out, but who wanted to join the protest. We had many. I mean, it's a protest. You're not supposed to ask for permission. You just fucking do it.
Go.
We had many a long discussion about civil disobedience in our home on various occasions, and she was fully informed and prepared to take responsibility. I was so proud of her, I was fit to burst. Nah, your kid's based as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
Your kid gets it. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, number 18, 14-year-old son changed overhead projector slides after his teacher approved them for his ELA group project to screenshots from his classmate and other students in the school. The texts were from the night before, calling him names and telling him repeatedly to unalive himself. This particular group has been relentless. So he's putting them on blast.
Right up on the projector.
Damn. His presentation was based on an animal project. After a few slides, he said, "You guys want to see what real animals look like?" and proceeds to let the whole class read them. He respectfully apologized to the teacher and said, "I'll see myself down to the principal's office now."
Good for that deserves like a slow clap.
Damn. I mean, yeah, no, that's it. You want to see real animals? Damn, that's cold.
Mm-hmm.
All right, number 19. My son had frequently told adults no and walked away from them when they violate his boundaries or treat him unfairly. I'm so glad to see he has the confidence that he does. He's 16 now and has a very strong and direct moral compass. I think an example would have been better, but okay.
Yeah,
that's good, but we want a story, right?
Kind of a my son did good.
Yeah, pretty broad. Number 20. My kid constantly invents problem solvers, but since he loves paper, they are mostly made out of paper and upcycled stuff. Every time I complain or even sigh, he comes up with a solution. This week I have gotten a tile cleaner, which is a box with a sponge that can be attached to the tile, and when I pull the string, it wipes. A hot cup hand protector, a coffee machine that brews the coffee cold. Yes, he invented the cold brew just with a milk carton. And today he programmed his Lego robot to respond to my egg timer noise and drive up to me to poke me because I often don't hear it with the headphones in, and almost roasted the potatoes too dark yesterday. It's all so useless, but I am so proud.
I don't know.
The robot thing doesn't sound so useful. Listen, honestly, this kid sounds like he might be a fucking genius.
Yeah. Like pays attention to the world, you know?
Number 21. Biting my sister. My child is a cat.
What?
They're proud of their cat for biting their sister.
Okay.
Number 22, I believe this is the last. Yeah, this is the last one. Broke into my locked bedroom by sliding a butter knife in the gap, pushing the tongue down, installed backwards so he could pull it open. Waited until I was distracted to do this so he could steal chocolate. He was 2.5 and had watched his dad do it a few days before. We knew right then we were in for trouble.
Oh no.
Wait, why did his dad have to break into the bedroom?
Oh, yeah.
There's a story there that we're not getting.
Yeah, we are only getting part of that one.
Yeah.
Well,
I hope the other part isn't they've been divorced for a few years.
Oh, no.
Broke it.
I hope that's not the case. Maybe he just locked. Well, they did say that the door was installed wrong, so maybe they accidentally locked
from the
himself
inside
out by mistake and had to sort of jimmy it open. Yeah. So out of I don't know, none of the numbers made sense here.
Yeah.
Letter grade, I will give this an A-.
Solid B.
I'm giving it a B+.
You know what your grade is?
What's the difference?
F+.
Ted
is giving it an N.
Ooh. Oh.
Oh wait, nope.
I
That's a B.
stuck with N.
That's an N. It's N groove. Okay, so we normally would go later, but we did start early, and I know Elise has to jet, so we're gonna call it a day here, guys. We're gonna go over the schedule before we do anything, and then we're gonna do a raid. So don't go anywhere just yet. Please stick around through the raid. I had a lot of fun, and like I said, this is gonna be the permanent lineup, the three of us. But if anybody wants to come on as a guest host, just seek me out, and we'll add you as well.
We'll be happy to have you.
But
glad to be back and to not be sick.
That was an unusual coincidence.
Yeah, it was.
So we'll see you guys on the 28th of March for the next List Critics, but for now, let's go over the schedule. So here's what's going on for the next week or so. So tomorrow afternoon, we're going to be playing more of Kirby's Epic Yarn for the Wii, which has been a lot of fun jumping back into, even if I struggle to sort of reconfigure the motion controls again. But we got it working just great, and yeah, great game. Saturday night, of course, we'll be returning with more of Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition for the Switch. Sunday night, more of Castlevania Circle of the Moon for the Game Boy Advance. Monday afternoon, more of Street Fighter 3 Third Strike Fight for the Future, which I'm playing on the Switch. Tuesday night, oh, that's not right. There it is. Tuesday night, we'll be playing more of The Last Faith for Steam, which this game just continues to get better, to be honest with you. What a great game. Wednesday afternoon, more of Pokemon Black version for the DS. And then Thursday night, a week from today, we'll be recording some Octopath Traveler for YouTube, as usual. Unless I beat the game before then, which is not likely, because I still have plenty to go. But let's see who we have online that we could raid right now. Who's on? A lot of people are on. Who will I raid?
Who be streaming?
Captain Retro is online. I can never resist raiding Captain Retro. I gotta let the Dune Part 2 ad play first. We're gonna raid Captain Retro, who is still doing Final Fantasy V. So, oh, I'm on the wrong screen. Here we are. Let's raid him. Now, it's time to fight like men and women. And women who dress like men. All right, let's see. What are we going to do for a raid call? Okay. Hello, Moe's Tavern. I'm looking for a Butts. Because the main character's name.
Butts, yep.
Because he's playing the PlayStation version, so it's still Butts. It's not Butts. Yeah. All right, guys, there's your raid call. Copy that, paste it as we head into Captain Retro stream. We're going to get to hear that great theme song of his that PokeX made. We'll see you guys over there. We'll see you guys on Discord tomorrow for Kirby and just Corby, as you guys like to say. And just see you guys around in general. Here we go.
But 15 minutes
Late.
before stream, I was